Hope everyone's doing well out there in Sims Nation. We are now live right here on WANT Radio and on YouTube. So you guys should be seeing a much better, much smoother, much cleaner picture on YouTube, though, if you're joining us. It was so our settings just for some reason OBS was like boom. We reset everything and it was just bad. So it was a little bit of a callback to the days of old when we couldn't go 1 week without some kind of technical difficulty. And Ashton, our buddy Ashton, knows all about that. Ashton was the first person that ever had to sit through 2 streams where we had to start and restart because everything was so bad. But we are good. We are up and running. I want to welcome everyone. Maddie, Mr. Marijuana, is in the live chat. Chris Hall, welcome. We've got some people tuning in early. But this is our WrestleMania 42 preview and prediction show. We are doing a full 4-hour show today where we're going to be covering both Night 1 and Night 2. We also have very special for you guys. I wanted to give everybody here a break during the show at some point. So we have for you a very special interview where the Great Patzini is returning to give his predictions for WrestleMania 42. Now, guys, in the live chat, I want you guys to participate. Give me your thoughts on all of the matches. What are your predictions for tonight's WrestleMania as well as tomorrow's? And also, this is very cool. So I had this in mind, and my buddy Benny, who's in the on the Zoom waiting for his turn, we were talking about how to make this special and everything like that. And Benny had mentioned, there should be a prize for the person that gets the most predictions correct. And I said, funny you should say that, because I had something in mind already, which means that of everybody here, whoever gets the most predictions correct, and this isn't going to sound like anything special, but will receive a very special, personalized, autographed copy of Vengeance. That's right. It's worth whatever it costs to buy now, but in 20 years, it'll be worth 10 cents less. All right. But I have right here my spreadsheet so that I can keep track of everyone's predictions, and we will find out on next week's Positively Pat Sims show who won, how many. But welcome, everyone. Again, thank you for joining us, whether you're on WANT or YouTube. And let's introduce you to everyone here. First, our co-host for today. He's going to be giving us his valued expert opinions on every single match, and he's the one that interviewed the Great Patzini yesterday. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Seth Sims.
When you said my expert values, I instantly thought of that one skit that what's their name?
Wow.
Did the Family Values. Those guys.
Yeah, Mark and Brian.
Mark and Brian, yeah. Instantly thought of the Family Values.
Family Values. Dan?
Be sure and
stand up straight. All right, and let's say hello to our guests that are all very far away from me. But let's start off with a WANT stalwart. He is the seer of seers. If Patzini is the great and all-powerful, this guy's right up there with him. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Benny the Jet Scala. Welcome to the show, Benny.
Thank you. No place else I'd rather be. Well, maybe at Sonny's all-you-can-eat ribs, but otherwise there's no place else I'd rather be.
Sounds like my pastor. He says, no better place to be on a Sunday. All right, and next up, he is a fellow DDPY instructor, warrior, and all-around great dude. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the very tired George Fenmore. Hello, George.
Hey everybody, how's it going? And who needs sleep? Bang!
There you go. That's a positive attitude. That's a positively positive attitude right there. And finally, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, he has been with us since day one on WANT. He is my dear, good, close personal friend, as Mean Gene would say. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Cena himself, Ashton Harris. Welcome to the show, Ashton.
Thanks for having me, Pat. It's just me, Oos, on that day one-ish, you know?
Oh my God. Did you guys see Jey Uso?
Oh yeah, the fight you have with Cameron.
Yeah. All right. Real or not?
I would like to say I would like for it to be real, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either. I thought the punch looked very worked. But
Yeah, I got the punch of the work punch. It's what it looked like to me.
yeah, and
But the drag, when he dragged him over the table, though, I was like, oh.
yeah,
Oh.
and it felt real.
It really did.
Like they were like there was like felt like I was uncomfortable watching that. But yeah, I mean it's if that was something that they planned out, I mean that's the kind of stuff they need to do more often. Like that was brilliant. Cuz it got everybody talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still think they're setting Jey Uso up for a heel turn.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Like it feels like he's got a lot of baggage, a lot of weight on him right now. And I don't know, that's just how I see it going down at some point. But I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. So yeah, the other day, Jey Uso was on some talk show, podcast, radio thing, whatever, and one of the hosts was basically like knocking him down the whole time. And at one point, I think at the very end, he's like, he gets onto one of his co-hosts and he's like, "Why do you keep bringing me these night one guys?" Like, and but he was like getting on him because he doesn't see him on the same level as Rikishi and The Rock and all this stuff. And I mean, it was just, it was pretty good. It was intense. Definitely
Wasn't
intense.
it like his last word, something like, "We don't smell what Jey Uso's cooking," or
Yes.
something like that? And then
Yeah.
Jey just got enough and just started beating the crap out of him.
Yep.
Yeah, he said, I don't smell what the Oos is cooking,
Yeah.
bro. And then he just went off on him. I know that one of the questions was, where do you rank yourself in your family? And he's like, well, not with Rome. And it was like, hey, don't lie to us over here. You know,
Right.
We'll call you out on it. He's like, I'm not as big as Roman and The Rock, because, you know, they're movie stars. You know, he goes, but when it comes to wrestling, yeah, I'm up there with them. And they're like, come on, man. No, you're not. But he was like, oh my gosh. So he was like, he was just looking like this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Great way to start off WrestleMania weekend. My wife's kitten is trying to give me a heart attack as she's going after your phone.
Yeah, she was going after the cord, so I put a video on my phone.
And it's under the glass, so she's trying to go through. Okay, you guys can't see this at all, but
no,
it's
I
just
made
funny.
a perfect invention that is foolproof.
All right, guys, let's get started here, because if you guys think that 4 hours is plenty of time to go through 2 nights of WrestleMania, you've never seen our show before.
We're gonna be cutting it close.
Yeah, we've already gone off for 10 minutes about Jey Uso.
Yeah.
And we already had our technical difficulties, so we're good there.
Hey, at least we got that out of the way within the first 5 minutes.
Right. All right, so here we go. Let's get started here. So like I said, I've got my sheet. I'm going to be taking notes about who said what, who predicted what, so that we can crown a winner after WrestleMania.
I like how the C in McIntyre's logo is super small on the picture.
For his name.
Because I think technically everything is capitalized except for the C.
Right, well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Scottish. That's how we do things. All right, so let's start with that one though. The unsanctioned match: Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. George, you're up on the screen. Give me your thoughts on this match. What do you think of the build, and what is your prediction on this one?
Well, the build actually going a lot longer than a lot of people are remembering. Like this build was working to the fall of last year.
Yeah,
is where it started, and it kept going. In fact, when Jacob had the real life things, we'll go off storyline here for a minute. When he had the dental work done, they tied it all into storyline. Had Jacob written off TV for a while, then Jacob returned, and it was all up in the Drew business, right? So, in fact, that's how Drew became world champion, was because of Jacob's return, right? And then that's also how he lost it, because Jacob's like, I messed up, let's fix it, So, good build, but in the end of the day, and I love Drew McIntyre. Like, I personally met him at a DDPY summit, and this was, I don't know, 2018 or 2019. I don't remember anyway. It's one of those 2 years.
Yeah.
Back then, his biceps were literally the size of my head. I'm literally not kidding. I swear to you. And I'm a short guy. I'm 5'6.5". I'm very short. Like he towers over me, and he has these biceps that are literally the size of my head. And I love Drew to pieces. I could tell you guys a quick story about Drew.
Yeah.
He drove all the way from Florida all the way up to the DDPY Performance Center to do a workout with Dallas. Then he did a workout with everybody, like a one-on-one with Dallas. And then he did a workout with everyone at the summit. And then hung up with us, took pictures, did the whole 9 yards. Was having dinner with Dallas that night. Got a call that his wife was sick, and immediately drove home.
Wow.
That's the kind of man that he is. So that doesn't tell you what kind of a character that is. And the drive was like a long drive, right? So,
right.
Boom. He didn't even give himself a chance to sleep it off that night and then go whatever. He's like, his wife's sick, I'm out of here. Boom. So love Drew to pieces. But with that said, I got to give it to Jacob on this one. Jacob's one, they're building Jacob up to be big. Two, to keep in mind, and for this prediction as well, that Drew's going to go film Highlander, so he's going to be gone after this match.
Right.
I feel like he doesn't need it. I feel like Jacob does, and with the build and everything going on with it, again, I'm going with Jacob here.
Okay.
Good build. Like last night, Jacob came out in a police car. So it was pretty good. Other than that, so.
Yeah, Jacob brings a lot of energy, man. He really comes to play.
There's no breaks. Yeah, I mean.
All right, Benny, give us your thoughts on this one. Where do you see where do you see this going? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, George did a phenomenal job describing everything. And I will add that I believe today is Jacob Fatu's 34th birthday.
Oh.
So happy birthday. This would be a nice birthday present for him. He does need a signature win. And like George said, Drew's going to be out filming Highlander. So I think they have to actually, have him injured to the point where he's going to be written off TV. So I think this is pretty much a no-brainer that Jacob's going over on this one.
All right. So far, everyone's tied, which means everyone gets a book. Good thing I bought 10 of them, right? All right. Ashton, give us your thoughts on this one and your predictions, my friend.
Yeah, man, George said it all in this one. The build was great. It's been going on a long time. Man, Drew, he's such a really great heel. So I mean, he's gonna have his Drew McIntyre will with me antics. Jacob, though, he should be being built to be one of the next big things. So I will, of course, be going for Jacob Fatu as well.
Ashton going for Jacob Fatu. All right. There we go. All right. So far, it's Fatu across the board. Seth?
I'm going with Drew.
Seth breaking away. Going with McIntyre. Any reason why?
Because he's better.
Hey, that you got to go with that. I like that. We will find out Pat Zini's predictions later on in the show. But as for me, and after this one, I think we can kind of safely go back to the way we usually do it, where it's like, who do you want to win, and then who do you think will win? This one I think is kind of safe where we didn't have to do that. But I also, just like the way George said it, I'm a big Drew McIntyre fan. When we went to go see SmackDown, he was the biggest reason I wanted to go see it. This was back in 2022 when we went. So this was when Triple H was starting to get a little bit more control. This was before we went to WrestleMania 39. Bray Wyatt was just about to return, and but I really wanted to see Drew, and but Jacob Fatu, man, you cannot deny his very organic rise, and the fans have really gotten behind him. And like I said, he brings such an energy and a fire to what he does that I'm absolutely picking Jacob Fatu to win this. Yes, Drew is going off for a little bit to go film Highlander, but I don't know. I don't know if WWE really would take away a win if they were planning on it because of Highlander. Oh, nice. Because of Highlander, just because, like, you had Cody. Cody went and shot Street Fighter after winning the WWE title. So I don't know.
But I don't think he's going to be in Street Fighter that long, because I mean his days of shooting was probably like 4 days.
Oh, was it? I don't know. He looks.
Yeah, and
I like the new trailer.
Oh yeah, the trailer was really good.
Yeah, I thought I liked his guile. I mean, he's no Jean-Claude.
Thank goodness.
There it is. There it is. All right. So
Drew goes, though, I can't wait for him to do a face turn again. Like, I may be the only one in there. I love his heel work right now, but I'm ready for him to go back face. Like, I've
Drew?
been ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 100% ready.
I don't know.
He's been looking phenomenal, but and no rushing it. But like I've been ready. Like I love the out of pieces. I want to cheer for him.
I think if this were Vince's WWE, I think he would be. I think when he got back from filming Highlander, he would, just to have his baby face being in a big movie, right?
He still might.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Definitely see that. All right, guys, in the live chat, what are your thoughts? What are your predictions on this one? Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. It is the unsanctioned match. Which what does that mean? Like, is this like a fun way of saying no DQ? Like,
yeah, falls count anywhere or something like that. Yeah, it's basically unsanctioned means because they're sanctioned for one fall and all the other crap.
Right.
WWE is reliable for anything that they do. Yada 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 yada.
So far, Jacob's pretty much. Seth, you're the outlier here. You're the only one.
I'm the correct one.
You're the correct. Watch Seth be right.
Well, what's your vote? What's your vote?
I said Fatu.
Okay, I never heard
Pay
your vote.
attention, bro. Your beard is affecting your hearing.
We should get a cat camera. People should be able to watch this.
Yeah, so that if I go off on a tangent, they can just watch the kitten try to get to your phone. Unsanctioned, no DQ, hardcore street fight. Someone explain the difference. Yeah, there is none. And it's always funny, like they'll do that in one show. They'll have like 3 no DQ, whatever, but they'll all just have different names, but they're all the same thing. No holds barred, street fight. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. All right, so we all got our things in for Drew versus Fatu. So now we're gonna move on to, we just talked about Jey Uso. So now we have LA Knight and the Usos versus The Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory with I Show Speed. So it is this is one where I was like, okay, what are we doing exactly here? Like, I kind of get the the Vision thing, and then we just kind of threw iShow Speed in there. But I don't know. I felt like LA Knight was being built a little bit bigger than a 6-man tag match, and Jay and Jimmy.
Injury.
What's that?
Injuries.
Injury. Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. But
Well,
I'm
Braun
actually
Breaker-
excited to see the match. But yeah, it's like there's so many consolations this year.
Yeah, I mean, Braun and Braun both got taken out, so all of their respective matches and the people they were supposed to fight got readjusted,
Right.
and that's what messed all this up. So
Yeah. No, I still think this can be a really fun match. Logan Paul always does well. I am interested to see how they include iShow into this one. I don't think this is going to be a great match, but I think it'll have its moments. I think it'll be fun. Especially if iShow can take another hit like he did at the Rumble when Braun Breaker broke him in half.
Ooh.
But anyway, let's get your guys' thoughts. Ashton, let's start with you. Let me know, what do you think about the story building into this one? What do you think of this match? And what is the outcome going to be? What do you want it to be? But what do you think it's actually going to be? Because those might be two different things.
All right, so this match, the build was lackluster strictly because you had 2 members of the Vision get injured, so
Right.
they had to pivot each time somebody got injured. So they didn't really have much time for a build for this one. The addition of iShow Speed, I think that was always going to happen because I know for the past 6 months he's been training with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So iShow Speed's actually been in the ring training and trying to get Logan Paul. So him being added to the match, I knew something was going to happen with him again. So for my predictions for the match, I would like for the Usos and LA Knight to win. Because it's not a title match, I know for a fact Logan Paul or the Vision, they can't possibly lose, but with WWE's track record of having guests come in and the guest usually winning,
Right.
I'm going to say the Vision is going to win on some stupid antics. Maybe Cameron might come out and interfere with Jay.
There you go. After what happened, storytelling right there.
Is the Prime bottle coming back?
Well, no, iShow Speed was in the Prime bottle.
Yeah, but this one will be a new YouTuber. We'll have
good.
We'll have a
bring in-
new Prime bottle.
Maybe it's me. Maybe after this show, I'm jumping on a plane. Positively Pat Sims. Prime Positively Pat Sims.
I mean,
That's
you
a
are
lot
right
of
there.
Ps.
Vegas is only an hour and a half flight away.
Yeah, or a 5-hour drive. I know.
Well,
I made it not that long ago.
That's just to get there. Then there's parking.
Barry Ether says, please, no Prime bottle. All right, so Ashton's got the Vision, and iShow Speed walking away with this one. Benny, give me your thoughts on this matchup. Where do you see this one going? Where do you want it to go, but where do you actually see it going?
Yeah, kind of, second the that LA Knight should be getting more than he's getting. But actually, I think this is going to be one of the more, maybe not good matches, but more entertaining matches. But keep in mind that iShow Speed is cursed. Now, I don't know if Danhausen's going to make an appearance and uncurse him before the match, but I really think I have to go opposite Ashton. I'm saying that, because of the fact that iShow Speed cost the Usos the match the last time, because he nailed LA Knight with the brass knucks threw him in the ring.
Right.
I think the babyfaces win, and then that sets up a return match of the Usos versus the Vision. So I'm going with LA Knight and the Usos.
All right. Well thought out answer there, Seth.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. All right, so we've got one for the Vision and iShow. We got one for LA Knight and the Usos. And let's go to George. George, your thoughts on this one?
I have to agree with Benny here. I feel like people are underestimating that curse for one. For two, LA Knight should have gotten more here on this show. I 100% agree with everybody. Is it no downplay to teaming with the Usos by any means, but he needed something really big here. I have a feeling that the babyfaces are going to win this here. However, I do agree earlier too with the fact that I feel like they are prepping Jay for some type of heel run, or maybe they're just giving him his edge back. I don't know, but I know him and also LA Knight have not been getting along very well. They kind of like paused that for this whole ISO Speed thing, but I have a feeling that that's not over. That's probably, I don't know, if they go like a one-on-one, that's probably not too long ahead to see. But yeah, I'm giving it to baby faces all the way here.
All right. So baby faces all the way. I do like the idea that kind of like what's been happening with Cody lately too. It's like, people will clamor for Cody to turn, but really, just give Cody that edge. Just give Cody more of that attitude that can make him maybe a little bit more feel like a little bit more of that anti-hero type of thing. Just like you said, give him that edge. I think Jey Uso could do well with that. And even make him like maybe one of those in-between guys where you can't really put your finger on it. Is he a babyface? Is he a heel? And just run with it. Let the fans decide what he is.
Your mom.
I'm gonna get a BB gun and every time just pop.
Now with your mom jokes, you're the only one who can get away with it.
Yeah, I can't make that joke.
Yeah, you did, and you got in trouble.
Thank you. Well, Seth, I need to get your prediction on this one.
Clearly the YouTubers are gonna win.
Oh, so Seth's definitely going with the Vision.
Yeah.
And IShow Speed. All right, I'm taking notes here. The American Nightmare heel would be so cool. That's from Barry Ether there. Anyone makes more sense to turn heel than Cena. Anyone now or ever would make more sense. Well, I wonder how you feel. I would like people to be more honest in the live chat. Explain yourself. Anyway, my pick. I don't know if I'm going to be doing very many picks that are going to be what I really think are happening because, I'm not in the competition here to win anything. So I'm just going to pick who I want to win, and who I want to win is LA Knight and the Usos.
You're going with the Lassos?
The Lassos, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's what I came up with like 3 minutes ago.
I
put it on the paper.
Wait till you guys hear what Pat Zini calls them.
Your mom.
Stop it.
He calls one of them.
All right, you got your moms out of the way there. Seth is cracking himself up. All right. We are what? An eighth of the way through the show?
Yeah,
officially.
And
we've gotten through 2 matches, so we're right on track. Here we go. We got 7 matches, by the way, for night 1.
Yeah.
And 6 matches for night 2.
So we're about an eighth.
Unless they added one last night at last minute that I don't know of.
Yeah, so we're an eighth through the show and a 7th through the games.
All right, so here we go. The next matchup on our list here is the women's fatal 4-way for the tag team championships.
Ew.
This is interesting only because I think if there had been 3 of these teams, I'd be all like, yay. But
Yay.
The 4th team is the Bellas. And I'm not too thrilled about that one. But there is a rumor going around.
It's like Batman and Robin.
That one of them has not been cleared yet and so that there might be a replacement at WrestleMania, and that replacement could be Saraya Paige. So anyone else hear that one? Anyone else have thoughts on that one? George?
So last night at the Hall of Fame on the red carpet, and Nikki addressed her ankle. She was in a walking boot.
Yeah.
And she said, she herself said that she's going to Mania and she's going to do it. But she's not going to leave Brie hanging. But, I mean, that could also just be, for storyline purposes, like you said. Paige got re-signed. It's everywhere. And whether or not she's going to be that match or she's going to be somewhere else or she's going to be the night after Mania, we don't know yet. But, she's back, and this is her house, so we'll see where it goes.
I think that would be the only way that I would be interested in that fourth team there. So
yeah, I personally, I'm like you with the Bellas. I'm just like,
and I know Benny feels similar. Benny, what are your thoughts about the potential of Saraya joining the team instead?
Well, it would actually make me semi-interested. I mean, I've had my life's allotment of the Bellas like 12 years ago. I would much rather her be teaming up with somebody I actually liked, but I mean, it would definitely add some interest to the match.
Yeah. I was always thinking that if Paige did return, it would be during the AJ Becky feud. I don't know. I felt like there's such a history between Paige and AJ that that would have been something. But I mean, I'll take it. So, Ashton, how about you? What's that, George?
Go ahead. I was saying I thought of another way that Paige could also come back. I saw it last night, and it clicked in my head. So last night, it's getting ahead of a. You know what? I'll address that when we get to that match. I don't want to jump ahead. So go ahead.
All right. Look at George. George is like, wait. See, you're alert. You're there. You're all there. Ashton, what do you think? What do you think about the potential for Paige, Saraya, whatever, to return and replace Nikki Bella in this matchup?
That could be a possibility. That does sound like it could happen. We had a lot. We've been having superstars come back from injuries and like, oh, I'm not injured. I'm in the match again, type thing. So
right.
Seth Rollins did it, and it was who else did it? Was it Becky Lynch that did it too?
I don't.
Somebody else did who was hurt, and then they came back and it's like, I'm not hurt, and then it's like they fought. So that can be a thing where Nikki does that, so Paige won't come through, or maybe Paige does end up being her partner, and then Nikki's like, oh, I told you I wasn't gonna leave you hanging, and she comes out and she's like, I'm not her, and it's like 3-on-2 or something, the three of them versus everybody else. So
Ashton, looking at all the shenanigans that could happen.
Whoa.
I'm always looking for shenanigans.
Always looking for that dusty finish. All right, well, let's talk about this matchup. We've got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax and Lash Legend, who are the champs, by the way. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And, of course, everyone's favorite, the Bella Twins. And let's talk about this one. Benny, let's start with you. Give me your thoughts on the build to this matchup. What do you see? Who do you want to win, but who do you see actually walking away the victor on this one?
Yeah, decent build. I think it's interesting that there's a women's tag team championship match at WrestleMania, but there's no men's tag team championship match.
Yeah.
That's kind of odd, but yeah. I really, for me, it's one of the same. I really think because of what happened to Bayley last year, that you have to go with Bayley and Lyra Valkyria to win.
Wow. All right. That's actually a very interesting pick. Let me write that down. I don't have enough room for Valkyria.
I just put Lyra.
I'm putting Val.
Lyra.
Lyra, there you go. All right, so let's go to Ashton. Ashton, what are your thoughts on this one, this matchup, and the build to it, and who do you want to win, and who do you think actually will?
I would like for Lash Legend and Nia Jax to stay champs as long as they actually do something with the belts,
Right.
moving forward. I do like them as heels. They got the powerhouse um, aspect to them, so that's always a good thing. But I think, even though I want them to win, I believe maybe Lyra and Bailey might still steal the victory, but not pinning the champs.
Right.
So,
Right. The old Kurt Angle out. So
Yeah.
your actual pick is Bailey and Valkyria.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, George, your turn, my friend.
Kind of agree with everybody else here. If they do anything with them, and it might be Bailey and Kyria, because again, as Benny said, last year Bailey kind of got screwed out of that. So we'll see where they ended up going there. I could see WWE giving us all a big middle finger and giving the Bellas the win. I hope not. Also, keep in mind here, I feel like they're going to do something with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Like, I feel like there's going to be somebody turning on somebody soon. Like it's like written on a wall almost. I I don't know where they're going to go with that. They could go either one. I don't know who's going to turn. I think it's going to be Bliss turning on Charlotte, but you can't. They're doing a pretty good job with this one. But the pit again, tired guy. Sorry, the pick that I'm aiming for is going to be Bailey and Charlotte. But the ones I would want to win, I agree with Ashton. I would like Nia and Lash Legend, the irresistible forces, to retain the belts. But we'll see.
So is your pick Bailey and Valkyria then? Okay, so
Yeah.
That's 3 for Bailey and Val, as I'm writing it here. All right, Seth, what's your call on this one?
Can you name them again, because I can't see the names?
Oh, because of the cat?
Yep.
Yeah, so you got Lash Legend and Nia Jax, the champs.
Oh, okay.
You've got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. You got Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, and you have the Bella Twins. Or the Bellas. I guess I'm not supposed to call them the Bella Twins anymore.
I'm going to go with the second group that you named.
Charlotte and Alexa? All right, so we got Flair and Bliss for Seth. And, all right, so my view on this one. So I've been looking at Lash Legend and Nia Jax kind of like the natural disasters of the women's tag team division. Like, they're the big, unstoppable bad guys. I do think that if another team wins, they're not going to get beat. They're not going to be the ones to take the pins. I do agree on that one. And I do think that those two, like Nia Jax, I think is a great partner for Lash Legend. If you're going to establish Lash and then have her break away from Nia to go on a run, I think that's a great pairing. And I think Lash has the talent and the ability to do so. And I think this could be the night where that's like step 1 in that process. So I do not see Lash and Nia holding the titles. Bailey and Lyra, I almost feel like their story is better without the titles. I think their storyline and their build is a little bit better without them. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm just going to try to keep the Bellas as far away from them as I can. So I'm actually agreeing with Seth on this one. Because like I said, I'm picking who I want. I don't care about what the actual thing might be. So
I'm just being big brain.
I'm going with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss walking away from this one as the new women's tag team champions. The chat seems to be lining up with, I think, you guys a bit more.
Boo.
So we've got anyone but the Bellas, essentially. And we've got Bailey and Lyra for Chris Hall, Barry Ether. Only because I have a crush on her. On who? I do not have a crush on Charlotte Flair.
Ooh.
I do not have a crush on Charlotte Flair, especially given
Of all people.
especially given who her father is. I wouldn't want to have a crush on Charlotte Flair. But I do, because she's really. I rave about Charlotte Flair because she's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than me raving about a guy. I only have, never mind. I'm moving on. I was gonna say something.
He almost slipped out.
Roman's abs.
Say what? Oh, well, I was gonna say the only one that I'll give you as being an actual man crush that I've ever had, because that's where we were going. Was Chris Pratt? See, and no.
What about Chris Hemsworth?
No.
Chris Evans?
No.
I'm trying to think of more Chris's.
Well, stop it.
Chris Walken.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but the
Chris Pine?
But the Batman Returns. No, not Chris Pine. The Batman Returns Christopher Walken. We got to break ground on this new power plant.
Yeah.
All right. Is he getting redder, or is it just me? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. We're moving on, by the way. All right, so we've got, on this one, 2 for Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, 3 for Bailey and Valkyria. So as we get going, we should see some people breaking away here and getting different.
Watch not. Everyone just somehow agrees.
Well, right now, Benny and George are agreeing across the board.
Yeah.
You definitely are not agreeing across the board.
I know. I've shared answers once.
I'm not either. What's that?
I said Benny and I are pros at this. Keep in mind, last year I was the champ last year, and Benny was in second place, so we're both like this.
That's right. Last year George did run away with it. That's right. All right. I think I was like 50-50. I think like night 1 I was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember.
You were texting me going, "Oh wow."
Yeah, I think I was like 1 for 5 or 1 for 6 on night 1. I was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad.
And
I'm probably gonna be the same this year.
I got it like almost perfect.
That's right. Yeah, you did pretty well. Yeah. Watch Seth get them all.
Let's go.
Yeah, Seth is always the wild card. I don't know how you figured you just get these things.
That does happen though. Like we'll bring in like Maria Picaler, who knows nothing about wrestling, and she'll get like 5 out of 6 matches correct.
Yeah.
She'll win Master Debaters without knowing any Saturday morning cartoon ever.
Yeah.
That's still my favorite Master Debaters we ever did.
Are we seeing Joe Hendry tonight?
They don't take away my questions.
Hey, I'm the wild card. I can ask the questions.
He was there last night, the Andre Battle Royal.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean he can't make an appearance, because if you say his name,
he appears.
He'll appear.
He appears. Because we are going to have some follow-ups at the end here, so that if we do have any ties or whatever, we might have these extra questions might give us some additional points that could lead us to a legitimate winner here. But we're going to save those for later.
Ooh.
Grandmaster, yes, Mr. Grandmaster, we did have a special 6 a.m. start time, Pacific Standard Time, by the way, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are doing a full 4-hour show. We're going back in time to when we used to do the old Positively Pat Sims radio program. And Ashton, I like how your camera just automatically zoomed in on you.
I know, man. It weirds me out.
It does that to Doc too. Like Doc will lean and it'll go with him. It's just funny. I think mine doesn't do that because I'm not technically going through Zoom. Like I'm going through my system here, but I think Zoom does that for you guys. But all right, let's move on. Did you start the prediction? Yes, we did. Grandmaster. So, Grandmaster, we want to hear your thoughts on Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Who's going to win that one? We've covered the 6-man tag match with LA Knight and the Usos. Special Agent Usos. Yeet. and
Uso Knight. Yeet.
versus The Vision and I Show Speed.
Yeah.
And we just wrapped up the Women's Tag Team Championship match with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Lash Legend and Nia Jax versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus the Bellas. We also talked about the rumor going around that Paige might make an appearance and replace Nikki Bella in that matchup. All right, Matt Grandmaster says Jacob wins. Is talking about Drew leaving to go make Highlander with my Superman, Henry Cavill. Yeah, got to throw that out there. Poke the bear. All right, let's move on to the next matchup in WrestleMania Night 1. We are now at the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. We're talking about AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. So this one has been a long story being told here, from Punk versus Rollins, Rollins and Becky getting involved, and then Punk brings in AJ to counter Becky Lynch. They're successful at WrestlePalooza, the unforgettable, incredible first pay-per-view of the ESPN era. And their feud has continued ever since. So let's find out from our special guests today their thoughts on this one. Let's actually start with Seth.
Ooh.
Do you know anything about this matchup, this build? If
No.
so, tell us. If not, just give us your prediction. Who do you want to win, but who do you think actually will win?
I don't want anyone to win, and so I'm gonna just say AJ Lee.
Seth going with AJ Lee. All right, so we got Seth's prediction out of the way. George, tell us about what you think about this build, the storyline leading up into this one. I think this one has probably the longest, maybe the best storyline of the matches we've seen thus far. What are your thoughts on it? Who do you want to win, but who do you actually see walking out of this one? My wife stirring the pot saying AJ Lee is better than Charlotte Flair. Them's fighting words in some places.
So,
No, it's an opinion.
I'm kind
That's
of
good.
torn here on a personally, because I kind of want AJ to win,
Right.
but at the same time, my logical brain is going, she's probably just gonna go away again because she's a part-timer.
Right.
And Becky's not, and Becky's probably gonna, and Becky has not got a win on her yet. At the same token, they have this major story going on where Becky just can't beat AJ. So I'm torn 2 weeks from Sunday here.
Well, no, we're only
I feel
one
like
day
if-
from Sunday.
If they keep the belt on AJ, that leaves AJ to have all these different feuds that she hasn't had before, and with an actual reason for somebody to actually go for her,
Right.
because she has a belt for them to aim for. Oh man, I'm torn here. I'm just gonna have to go with it. I think that man, this is hard.
That's what she said.
There it is.
There it is. I'm gonna go with AJ getting the win, but I'm not very confident in that. But I'm gonna go with that.
All right. But you got to go with your gut. All right. Let's go to Ashton this time. Ashton, give us your thoughts on this matchup, this build, this story. Who do you want to win, and who do you think actually will?
Well, you know me. I love my shenanigans.
Yes, you do.
And this could be a good way for Paige to come through.
Agreed.
And Becky has been full of shenanigans lately. So if AJ Lee loses, I mean, it could be a nice little interference from Paige, which would actually set up a little rivalry between Paige and AJ Lee. So I would like for AJ. Well, I would say my cousin really likes AJ Lee, so I'm going to say she wins.
You're going with AJ.
Yeah.
All right. Now, interestingly enough, I was kind of thinking about this earlier, the idea of what happened with Becky at last year's WrestleMania, which was Becky comes out, is the big baby face, does all the baby face things, and it's the next night on Raw she turns heel. So I was kind of thinking, what if this is the moment where Paige returns, still sides with AJ, for the big crowd happy moment, because we haven't gotten to what might happen with her husband CM Punk yet. But what if that's the story, that Paige comes back, because those two teamed back at WrestleMania, I believe it was WrestleMania 31. And that was Paige's, I think, first WrestleMania. And I believe that was AJ's last. So they could play that up tonight, and on Raw, follow it up with Paige challenging AJ for the Intercontinental title, turning on AJ, doing kind of a similar deal with what they did with Becky last year. So, I don't know. It's interesting. AJ's biggest rivalry was versus Paige. That's true. That's true. I just know how it ended was more of them being on the same side. So, I don't know.
Well, I think whatever happens, AJ is not having a title much longer.
No, I agree. Actually, I had picked AJ, and I still am. I am still picking AJ to win this one. So I would just go ahead and put that out there now. But yeah, I'm kind of like with George, where I'm like, that's my pick, but I'm not confident in it. I'm a little up in the air about it. Let's see, Benny. Let's see, is Benny going to break away from the pack here? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Oh.
This has been a decidedly one-sided feud in favor of AJ, and I think this is where it starts to tilt a little bit. The IC Championship is generally viewed as like the workhorse title.
Yeah.
And I just don't see AJ sticking around where Becky's always there. So I'm going to go with Becky.
All right. So Benny breaks away from the pack, picks Becky. So George and Benny are now, they're separate. They no longer are the same. All right. So in the live chat here, let me get to this. Barry Ether agrees with Mrs. Sims. I think he was agreeing that AJ is better than Charlotte. We get on the net, they say Paige signed a contract on Thursday. They also reported that Nikki is medically cleared. Paige is supposed to interfere in Becky versus AJ's match. My wife says her words are not fighting words. If I don't have a crush. Oh, come on. AJ Lee's contract ends at Survivor Series. And Grandmaster is picking Becky to win from Paige's interference, and restarts Paige versus AJ Lee feud before AJ leaves. So
wow,
there you have it. So right now it looks like Grandmaster and Benny are in agreement that it is in fact Becky Lynch that's going to walk away from this one. But Seth, myself, George, and Ashton all went with AJ. I can't wait to see what Pat Zini has to say and how he determines. Who the
When are we
gonna
doing
be.
Pat Zini?
That'll be once we're done with night one.
Okay.
We will.
How much do we got left on night one?
We have 3 matches left on night one, and just as a heads up, guys, we don't have to go 4 hours. I just have it scheduled.
We could go 5
because we tend to, or I keep saying we because I include everybody. I tend to go off on tangents, which extend the length of our shows.
Like this one.
Most of our shows could probably be 30 minutes, but I extend them to 2 hours just by talking. Barry Ether, wow, what is Pat Zini? Boy, are you in for a treat.
Yeah.
So Pat Zini came out earlier this year in January, and he is our psychic medium. And when he first appeared, he was basically our version of Johnny Carson's Karnak. And if you're old enough to know who that is, congratulations, because that is amazing. Karnak is awesome. But Pat Zini is going to be our resident psychic here on the Positively Pat Sims show. So be prepared. I actually, got a little more dressed up. He got a little bit more dressed up this time. And is giving you a very ancient way of predicting the outcomes of tonight and tomorrow night's wrestling matches.
So ancient, you might not even know what he's doing.
Very either. I don't. I'm only 35. That's 10 years younger than me. You should still know who Karnak is. George, do you know who Karnak is?
No, I was never into those type of late night shows. My mom probably would have.
How about Ashton?
Nah.
No, you don't know. You don't know Johnny Carson's Karnak?
I don't.
Oh,
I know
the name Johnny Carson, but
you guys are making me feel
That's it.
old.
It was a great character.
It was funny. It was basically he would put his little turban
The
thing
envelope.
on. Yeah, he'd have an envelope. He'd put it to his head, and he'd say something, and then he'd open the
He
card.
gave the answer, then he opened the envelope and read the question. I
Right,
think.
and it was always a joke, right? And so we did that on the show back in January, where I would say like, "Pull apart brawl," and the question is how will WWE promote its championship match at every PLE? That was the joke, right? Grandmaster's messages are being retracted again.
Oh no!
Except for Karnak the Magnificent. That's the only one.
What did he say?
We don't know. The last one he wrote's gone already.
Oh no!
Oh man, Grandmaster, we gotta
Grandmaster, stop being inappropriate.
No, I guess he said it's a setting on his YouTube.
Oh, he made himself inappropriate.
So we need to change that because we don't want to miss what Grandmaster says. Grandmaster is full of amazing information. All right, let's move on to the next matchup for WrestleMania 42's Night 1. We are going to the match that they have attempted to make sense. But it's still just a consolation match. That Gunther's original opponent, I think didn't want to be in the match. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It was supposedly supposed to be Gunther versus Rey Mysterio, right? With WWE obviously going the route of Gunther's going to end Rey Mysterio's career at WrestleMania. Rey went nuh-uh and said, "I'm hurt," and there goes that match. And then just like last week, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the Intercontinental Ladder match. So Gunther had nothing to do. All of Rollins' opponents were hurt or elsewhere.
Yeah.
So they got thrown together in what might be the greatest hodgepodge match ever. Like, I could see this being a show-stealing match for Night 1. No joke. You have Gunther, the hard-hitting, the monster that he is, and then you have Seth Rollins, who can do everything else. Like, this is the kind of match in pro wrestling that I love. I've never been huge on two flippy-dippy guys going at it. Two acrobats going at it. Eventually, I get tired of the acrobatics.
True.
Right? It's why one of my favorite rivalries was always Brett and Shawn. Brett, grounded, storytelling. Shawn, he was the guy that could go all over the place. It was fun. You got a little bit of everything. I liked Shawn and Taker because they were two completely different styles. Original matches were supposed to be Dom versus Rey and AJ versus Gunther. Well, I know a long time ago that was the original intent, but once AJ's career ended at the Rumble, the whole scuttlebutt was that it was Rey that was going to face Gunther at WrestleMania. And I like Dominic versus Finn a whole lot better from a storyline perspective. I think the implosion of the Judgment Day in that way, I like that a lot better for WrestleMania. We've seen Rey versus Dominic at WrestleMania. In fact, Seth and I saw it live at WrestleMania 39. And I don't think that's a match we need a retread on at WrestleMania. I'm just going to be honest. It was a good match, but I don't think we need that story to be told again, at least not here. With Division story, Seth versus Gunther will have story twists. So, Chris, let me know what you mean by that. What do you mean by twists? I'd love to know. But let's get rolling on this one. Ashton, I want to get your thoughts first. What do you think about the story or lack thereof of Rollins versus Gunther? What do you expect from this match? Who do you want to win? But who do you think actually will win?
Well, this matchup has no story.
No.
They were just thrown together. Rey Mysterio, I'm a huge fan of Rey, but he loses so much, and he's supposed to be like one of the greatest. Like yeah, he's developmental talent for as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I mean, like really, when was the last time Rey won a match?
You can't make my brain work that hard at 7 o'clock in the morning.
So yeah, there was no way he was going to win this match against Gunther, and they're building Gunther to just retire everybody, and I don't like that. I don't like that. That's what they're doing with Gunther. I mean, yeah, he's a really good heel, but
yeah, I agree. I think I thought the John Cena win, like everyone blew a gasket on that one. I didn't mind it. I didn't have a problem with it. And as long as they used it as a way to push Gunther as like the next monster heel, right? And instead they've turned
kind of
him
really they kind of didn't do that really.
No.
I mean, it's like I'm just going to insult you and
Right.
and insult your legacy like I do everybody.
Right. They've turned him into Randy Orton 2.0. And
and he's not even like, I don't even think he's that entertaining as Randy Orton 2.0.
No.
Orton as the legend killer was great.
Yeah. No, I agree. I honestly think Gunther would have been better off as a silent killer. Instead of going out and bragging like he did to get people to hate him.
Mm-hmm.
People already hated him. We didn't need, he beat John Cena. Everyone was pissed. He didn't need to come out and say anything. He could have walked.
Yeah.
He could have walked to the ring, stood in the ring, looked around, did a little smirk, walked out, and that would have been enough, I think, for anybody. And now it's just let everyone line up to try to take him out. He doesn't get taken out, and thus you've now built your big monster heel. I mean, kind of you throw some C and B level guys at him, let him just destroy them, and then when your A-list tier guys come in, they keep failing one after the other, but it gets a little bit more competitive, right? And then you build and build.
I don't see him like really being competitive when it comes to like certain people. It's like
right.
This I think this would be a good match, because they both Seth Rollins and Gunther both perform well,
right? And
Seth Rollins can make any match look amazing.
Yeah.
So the match is gonna be really good, but if Seth loses, it's like what was the whole build up for Seth Rollins to do anyways? Was like, did he have a chance to win against Braun Breaker? Did he have a chance to win against Bronson Reed? It's like he's thrown in there, and it's like he should have a chance to beat Gunther because he's beaten Brock Lesnar.
Right. Yeah. I think
and it's like, come on now. But
so who's your pick exactly?
I want Seth Rollins to win.
You want,
I
or
need
you think
Gunther to shut up.
Okay, so but that's your actual pick, Seth Rollins?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Rollins for Ashton. All right. One of the things, just following up real quick with Gunther, or Gunther, whatever you want to call him, is that I think the problem with us, how we view Gunther, is not so much that he's not capable of being like what I've mentioned. It's his presentation has been wrong. He's been presented wrong. Because if you look at how he was presented in NXT, he was a monster. And everyone wanted to see him come out and be that monster. Now he was vulnerable. He had his vulnerabilities, but he was the guy that all the babyface had to work up to. And
but I don't think in NXT he was so arrogant to like laugh in your face and be like, I'm better than you. Yeah, so it's like that part of him is like adding that to him, kind of like just for me killed it.
Right. And I think
liked how he was when he led Imperium.
Yes, exactly. There you go. That's what I was just about to say. Him leading that group, Imperium, I think that was great. That's what I would have liked to have seen here. All right, let's keep moving though. Let's get to Benny. Benny, give me your thoughts on this matchup. Who do you want to win? Who do you think will? What's the star rating on this match going to be by the end of the night?
Well, I'm a huge Gunther fan. I don't like the way they're booking him, though.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of pigeonholing him as a career killer, and they've kind of taken him out of the World Championship picture where I really think he belongs. So that part I don't like. I do think now my understanding is he's doing a favor for Paul Heyman, and then he's going to collect on that favor. So I think Gunther's going over. The favor is going to be, and I think there's going to be shenanigans, and I believe Braun Breaker is medically cleared.
Yes.
You're going to see some Braun Breaker interference costing Seth the match. And then the favor is going to be that Gunther gets Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the retirement match. So there is some sense to the story. I think they had to do it on the fly, but I think they made chicken soup out of, you know what.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah, I think I just don't want the Paul Heyman favor to turn into the new hooded sweatshirt dude, because that was WWE's go-to. Oh, you got somebody coming in, bring him in a hooded sweatshirt. We need to make this happen. Let's get a favor from Paul Heyman. But yeah, I mean, there's always like you said, you can always take lemons and make lemonade. Right, it just takes a little effort, takes a little work. George,
you just
make
lemons out of lemonade.
Benny, what is your pick? Your pick is Gunther.
Gunther.
Yes. All right, so George, take it away. Give us your thoughts on this one.
Apparently, like last night on Instagram, Paul Heyman had come out and said the original matches for WrestleMania was supposed to be Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Championship and CM Punk versus Braun Breaker. So you could tell how far off we've gotten from that due to injuries and everything else that's gone and happened, right? So with all that said, I have a feeling that Braun Breaker is going to interfere here. I think he's going to agree with Benny. He's going to cost Seth Rollins the match, which is going to continue the feud with Division and Seth Rollins. Because right now it's basically got paused due to them throwing Gunther into this whole mess. Like Benny said, they're trying to make chicken soup out of, like he said. They've done a pretty good job in the 2 weeks that they've had. I really wish they had given a lot more time to this, because with a storyline, they could have done so much with this if they had given it the appropriate time. Now, I know Rollins wasn't medically cleared until very recently, but even when he first was coming back with all of those, what do you want to call it? I guess his wrestling school kids, doing the whole running around,
right,
and zappity crap. They could have been building the whole feud with him and Gunther then. Even if they didn't fight, they could have been starting to build it. They didn't. So, we only got 2 weeks of a build-up. Is not really good for WrestleMania, right? So, but those two can clear house no matter what, right? Like those two, everyone here has agreed on that. That like Seth Rollins and Gunther, they're gonna tear the house down. But personally, I would love for Seth Rollins to win on a personal note, but I have a feeling here we're going to give it to Gunther with outside shenanigans. Ashton's favorite word.
Yep.
We're going to give it to with Braun Breaker and costing Seth Rollins the match and giving it to Gunther. So, yeah, I basically agree with what everybody else here has said today.
All right. So we got 2 for Gunther, 1 for Rollins. Seth, who do you got on this one?
I'm going with Seth Rollins.
Because he has your name?
No,
Why?
because it's Seth Rollins.
Okay. Because it is the architect.
Exactly.
All right. As for myself, I decided I was going to do something different. I decided that I was going to break away from the pack. How can I break away from the pack, you say, when 2 people have picked Rollins and 2 people have picked Gunther? I'm picking no contest. I'm saying no one's going to win this match. This is going to end with major shenanigans, my friends. This match might not even...
I love shenanigans.
This match might not even get started. This match gets started on the outside as they fight on the outside, never get back into the ring, thus allowing Braun Breaker or whoever to take out Seth Rollins, and Gunther can walk away from it with Seth on his back, but no pinfall, no loss, no anything. I'm going with no contest on this match.
What if that almost happens, but Seth Rollins is saved by Joe Hendry?
You're really wanting Joe Hendry to show up, aren't you? That's yeah, he just saves him by turning around.
Yeah.
Let
go.
What's that?
Who picked who?
So Seth picked Rollins, Ashton picked Rollins, and then you and Benny picked Gunther. And I picked no contest. Watch no contest put me over the top. No. If I can be right about just this match, I can be wrong about every other match. If I'm right just about this match, I will take that as a victory. Because to call no contest at a WrestleMania I think that's gutsy on my part.
I win if Joe Hendry
Has that ever
appears.
happened?
I don't know if my brain works that well. I'd have to check. I don't think so though. I don't think we've had a no contest at a WrestleMania before. We've had countouts. We've had double countouts. Like the very first match of WrestleMania 2 was a double countout. So I mean I don't know if that counts. But yeah, I don't think we've ever had where the match does not actually get started and they just pound on each other for a while. They took the title off Joe Hendry because it was a ratings disaster. Lost to AEW 7 weeks in a row. That is why they took the title off Hendry. Like, if NXT was only decided by one guy, I could understand that.
But we believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, to be fair, like I get what Grandmaster's saying. I just don't think that's true. It'd be so it'd be like saying that Diesel, like people give Diesel a hard time, saying that Diesel was the lowest rated, lowest drawing champion of all time. Look at the era that he wrestled in. Was Diesel really the problem? Was he really the biggest problem? No. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, 2 of the greatest to ever do it, had some of the lowest ratings of all time as well, and some of the lowest drawing houses. I know, I was there. I was at an event that had maybe 1,500 people in it at the Arrowhead Pond at the time, headlined by Bret the Hitman Hart, the Lex Luger, the version that was going around on the bus, the Lex Express that was supposed to be the next Hulk Hogan. It was a bad time in wrestling. I'm not saying now is a bad time in NXT, but I don't think one guy's to blame for low ratings, right? I just don't. I think that it's an overall deal.
But if we had
and again, it's the presentation. Maybe TNA knew how to present Joe Hendry a little bit better than NXT. I don't know, right? NXT's on cable or on television. I don't have television cable, so I have to just look at highlights. So I don't know. I could be very, very wrong. That's just my take on it. I don't give Stone Cold all the credit for the Attitude Era, right? I don't give one guy credit for success. I also don't blame one guy for all the issues, right? Unless you can maybe blame the guy in charge. You could blame Shawn Michaels in NXT. You could blame Triple H in WWE or Vince, whoever you want to blame. But yeah, I don't ever put that kind of thing on one guy.
Wow.
But
wow.
And NXT and the idea that they lost to AEW, like that would make sense if they were on the same night and they were actually going head to head. Like AEW's doing well right now. AEW's doing better than they've done in years right now. That to me says that AEW's doing well, not that NXT's doing bad.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, there's a difference. And if we were an AEW show, we'd be probably talking this entire time about, was it a good idea to put the title on Darby Allin? Because I'm sure we'd get a lot of different viewpoints on that one.
was.
Like I said, it depends. Like it is literally like 50-50 out there. You got some people praising it, some people saying no. It's all just a matter of perspective. See, right away. George says no. George says it was a good idea. Grandmaster says it's a horrible idea. So it's like right off the bat, you're 50-50.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep moving here. So let's go to the next matchup, which I think, for me, guys, I don't know about you. For me, I don't think I have a more confident pick in who's winning this match than I do for the women's WWE Women's Champion, World Champion, which is Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. I am uber confident in my pick on this one. I'm just going to say that right here and now. But I'm going to wait. I want to see what everybody else has to say before. But I'm even going to write it down just to make sure you guys know I'm not. Let's see. So let me just write it so that I can't cheat.
It better not be Liv Morgan.
All right, here we go. So let's start with Benny. Benny, give me your thoughts on this match, this build. Liv Morgan, your Royal Rumble winner, taking on the Women's World Champ, Stephanie Vaquer. Who do you want to win? Who do you think actually will win? Take it away.
Well, that song has been stuck in my head all week. Trouble, trouble, that's me.
Yeah.
Chapped lips and an STD. But so who do I want to win? I love Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah.
But by the same token, I don't think that WWE has done a very good job with her.
Yeah.
I think they've made her like very unspectacular. And I think part of the problem is, I hate to say it, a little bit of a language barrier. Not that she's, she's, it's an issue, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like Asuka. I think Asuka is probably the best performer like in the last 50 years, but you had the language barrier. And I think in Stephanie's case, a lot of this has been screaming back and forth that, your mom is a skank hoe. You can only do that for so long, right? But I would like Stephanie to retain. I think she's fantastic in the ring. She's beautiful, but I really think that they are putting the proverbial rocket on Liv Morgan. I mean, you release a music video the week of WrestleMania.
Right.
I do look for a lot of shenanigans. Ashton's going to like this match. You got Roxanne and Raquel in the mix.
Right.
And I really think that I of everybody, any turn that I want to see a Liv Morgan babyface turn.
I don't know if I can get on board with that one just yet, Benny. I'm not sure about that. Not for old
It's
positive.
coming. It might not happen at WrestleMania, but I think it's coming.
I think like, so here's what I think. If you have Liv winning tonight, it's going to be very similar to Dominic. Where last year when Dominic Mysterio won the Intercontinental Championship, the fans, he had a curtain call. He went back to the ring to celebrate more. So it was just like, I thought, are we seeing the birth of a babyface Dominic? And the answer was absolutely not. I think that's kind of what we're going to get with Liv here. I think they're going to stay the course right now for Liv. And I think there's a story to be played out with Raquel. I think if anybody's going to break out as a baby face right now, I think it might be Raquel at the moment. I think that's the direction they're going to go. In the live chat, Grandmaster, you do know that horns do not equal satanic, right? Like I don't know why everybody needs to turn something into something bad, but Chris mentioning that Grandmaster doesn't like the devil horns, which is fine if you don't like them. Chris says they look cool, and Grandmaster, I don't think you should be calling somebody out the way you did. I'm going to say it right here. I think that was in poor taste. This is when the message should be retracted. I think what you said to Chris is really in really, really poor taste. And it's just saying, no, he thinks they look cool, right? You can, I like horror movies. Does that make me an evil person because I like horror movies? I like watching the Terrifier films, or I like watching Freddy Krueger. Does that mean I'm evil, or I like evil things? I enjoy horror. I like being scared. I think the look is a kind of a cool look myself, and I am a full-on faith and religion driven person. I'm even leading worship tomorrow at my church. I'll be singing tomorrow at church. It doesn't mean I can't enjoy things that look dark, right? I have a pirate tattoo on my arm. Does that mean I go out and rape, pillage, and plunder? No. It means I like Jack Sparrow. Pretty much. All right. But yeah, no, I thought that was, I got to call it out when I see it.
I like pens. That does not make me a poet.
I think that message to our buddy Chris was in poor taste. I really do. All right. Moving on. Let's go to George. George, give me your thoughts on Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Who do you want to win? Who do you think will win?
Well, I'm just going to go off the bat here real quick and say I cannot stand Liv Morgan. Right? I haven't been able to. The last time I liked Liv Morgan was when she was doing that Harley Quinn gimmick with Ronda Rousey. Since then, I can't stand her. I don't know what it is about her, but something about her just drives me crazy. Other words I would love to use, but we got to keep this PG. But she drives me bat beep crazy. I can't. Oh God, especially that. Oh. With that said, I feel like with the Trouble music video and everything coming out, I feel like it's gonna be shenanigans. I feel like Raquel and Roxanne are going to play a pivotal role in her defeating Stephanie. The only other way I see that is if there's some kind of twist where Dom sides with her, becomes her with Stephanie and becomes her mouthpiece. Yeah. That would be the only and that would be a big swerve, right? If they do it, I don't think it's going to be at Mania. I think it'll be further down the line. Which will give everyone that Liv Morgan babyface, run down there. But I'm gonna go with oh God, I keep on saying it. I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan, even though I hate it. That's what I'm gonna go with.
George going with Liv. All right, Ashton, give us your thoughts. Take it away, my friend. The floor is yours.
Well, this match is going to be an interesting one. At least to me, this should be a fun match. Actually, I know everybody say Liv is due for a babyface turn. That ain't happening. She's running great with the heels
right.
As a heel, so they're not turning to her.
Right.
If anybody's turns, it's like you said, Pat, it's going to be Raquel.
Yeah.
Because Raquel's been disrespected way too much for her not to turn. And yeah, man, I mean, their Judgment Day is going to come out there to help her, and Raquel might stop it from happening to say hey, you say you can do it, so do it, type thing,
Right.
If Dom comes out, Raquel is supposed to be the strong one, so she's probably going to powerbomb Dominic off the apron or something like that. You know, but I think if any of that happens, Liv Morgan's not going to win. Is not going to win. The Judgment Day is going to implode like it's doing now.
Right.
So I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to win.
All right. Ashton breaking away from the pack. Well done. Grandmaster brings up a good point here. If anyone turns, it'll be Roxanne. I actually think that's a good, because we're all like, either it's Liv is going to turn because of the push and everything else, or Raquel's going to turn because that feels like maybe the more obvious choice. But Raquel's kind of that dark horse in all of this. That could very well be.
Roxanne?
Yeah, or Roxanne, sorry. Roxanne, that very well could be the direction that they go and swerve everybody with Raquel there. And, Roxanne versus Liv is money. I agree. I think Raquel, I don't know if Raquel's there. Like, I like Raquel as that Diesel type, that bodyguard type, right? Like,
yeah. Well, apparently she's been doing like really good in like, I guess they call her Queen of the Underground, I think. So I guess she's been getting really good and has had her following is getting a lot more. So maybe that, and I just found this out like yesterday.
Yeah, I'm finding out today.
Yeah, she was doing an interview and somebody was like, "Yeah, man, you've been deemed Queen of the Underground and everybody loves you." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, great."
Yeah, I agree with Grandmaster. Oh. Raquel is legit tough. I do know that. So I mean, it's going to be interesting. But I still, I said I was very confident in my pick, and it's just there's times when WWE pushes one direction and then goes another. I don't think that's the case here. I think they are pushing Liv Morgan to the moon. I think that like Benny said, you release a music video a week before WrestleMania. I think they're going Liv Morgan. Is it the direction I want them to go? No, it actually isn't. I prefer Liv chasing as a heel. Which sounds weird. Usually I like the heels as champ. Seth, pay attention to the show.
I am. Don't worry.
I usually prefer the heels being champs and the babyface chasing, but for some reason I like when Liv is chasing, and I like all the stuff going on within the Judgment Day and stuff. And like everybody kind of said, I think Stephanie just needs a little bit of a tweak and a little bit of an overhaul to her character and her presentation a little bit. And I think
needs a mouthpiece.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like that, they did that with the Kabuki Warriors for a short time when Paige was their mouthpiece. That didn't pan out, but yeah, I agree with that. All right, let's keep moving. Seth, who do you think is walking away from this one? What's your prediction on this match?
Stephanie Vaquer.
Seth siding with Ashton.
My man.
With Stephanie Vaquer. All right. So very good. Very good. All right, before we get to the main event, let's do a little bit of a recap here.
Wow.
We've got almost Jacob Fatu across the board, except for Seth, who picked Drew McIntyre.
Because I'm cool.
The six-man tag team match, myself, Benny, and George all picked LA Knight and the Usos, with Seth and Ashton picking the Vision. I don't know, Ashton, I might be concerned if you're picking similar ones with Seth.
We have
Seth
knowledge
similar with me.
We have knowledge you don't.
Well then Seth sides with me here, and we have Flair and Charlotte Bliss both being picked by Seth and myself. Bayley and Valkyria picked by Benny, Ashton, and George.
Boo.
Seth over there like Adam West with a piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
All right,
I was confused.
That was James Woods.
I was confused what was being referenced over here.
You the pen, the cat.
All right. Women's Intercontinental Championship. Myself, Seth, Ashton, and George all picked AJ Lee, with Benny breaking away for Becky Lynch. Rollins versus Gunther. Seth, Ashton both picked Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Benny and George picked Gunther. I said no contest. Major shenanigans. All right. And for the Women's World Championship, we have Stephanie Vaquer picked by Seth and Ashton. Benny, myself, and George all picked Liv Morgan. Grandmasters picks: Jacob Fatu, The Vision, Nia and Lash Legend, Becky Lynch, and Liv Morgan. So strong picks across the board because they're all good picks. I don't care. Any of these matches could go either way. And that's what you want in a WrestleMania, to be fair. There are some matches where the obvious choice is the right choice. That's great. But I love when you go into an event and you're literally like, I could pick any of them and it would work. Right? Regardless of what you think of the build to WrestleMania, the storylines, whatever, injuries, all that kind of stuff, I'm looking at both of these nights' cards and I'm like, I'm really excited for today and tomorrow. More so than I was last year. I'll be honest. The main event one, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, I was not as excited for that as I am for Cody and Randy, or as I am for CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So, now before we get to the main event of night one, guys, how many of you saw the reveal of the WrestleMania stage?
Nay.
No?
I did not see it.
I'm sure George did. So, George, give me your thoughts on the WrestleMania stage.
I think they've had better. I think it was pretty cool, but like
I've had better.
All Manias, they've had a lot better than that. Like a lot better.
I don't mind it. What I think would be cool is if the stage looked different tomorrow. And I don't mean completely redoing the stage. I mean the lighting and the feel of the stage. Because when you look at the stage last night when they revealed it, it looks very similar to what you're seeing right now on the images. But then when we get to Sunday's matches, you're going to notice that the images are all going to take a different color scheme. They're all going to look completely different. They're going to look, and they even call them Tron looking. Right? These ones look a little bit more like post-apocalyptic, right? Night one, that Las Vegas post-apocalyptic. Night two, what would be really cool is if the stage actually took on that whole different visual vibe with the lighting and became more Tron looking. That right there would put that stage up another level for me. If the stage was designed to do that.
You know, like I don't know. It wasn't doing it for me personally, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. I feel like they've had a lot better. I don't know. Like let's put it this way: for the last like year or so, like I feel like TKO stuff is just like hurting wrestling. I'll just be honest. Like I feel like it's just hurting in general. Like we could do a whole nother show on that. Maybe that's what we should do. That like depending on what happened here at Mania, maybe you should do like a TKO show, like everything about like, is it good for the business? Is it bad for the business? We should do a show.
Well, someone made a good point the other day, which was when I was, well, not the other day, yesterday, because they just revealed the stage yesterday. But someone made a good point that I read, which was where a lot of people are saying it's not a great stage, and yet we dealt with for years WrestleMania basically just being one giant screen. Right? Not a lot of creativity there. Not a lot of thought put into a giant screen with WrestleMania over the top of it.
But as you know, someone else who's been to a Mania, like I was at 10 years ago, I was at one in Dallas that had 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And where Roman ended up beating Triple H when he should not have beat Triple H at that point. The crowd hated it. But the cool thing about having those big Trons there at Mania, especially when they have like the big stadiums and stuff, you can't see anything. So that's for the fans there to actually be able to see what's going on and still be included in everything, right? So depending on what your seats are, if you don't have really good seats, you're not seeing much. So those Trons are there so that you actually can see what's going on.
Well, yeah, but
By
not the
having-
stage Trons. Like
Yeah, but
like that.
yeah,
Like
but-
SoFi has the big thing around the top that's where you watch. Like WrestleMania 39 had what to me is one of the best WrestleMania stages. That Hollywood stage was awesome, but I was sitting behind it, right? So I couldn't see anybody coming out until they got to the ramp, unless I looked up at the screens there. But what I mean, like the visuals, right? If you're in the live crowd, I get the more you can see, the better, right? I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a visual impact, if you're watching it, the majority of the world, let's be honest, is watching on streaming or pay-per-view, whatever it used to be or whatever it is now, right? The visual impact of a very large screen, unless you're doing some really cool stuff with it, which nowadays they can do a lot better stuff than they could in the past. The visual impact, I just, like WrestleMania 35 was one of the most boring stages ever, right? And now I'm not saying that this one's good. But what I'm saying is I do find that there's possibilities with this. I think we have yet to see what this stage is going to look like during the show. The reveal always looks different than when you see it live. You know, what they're going to do with it. I remember my favorite stage, though, of all time, you know, WrestleMania 39 is up there, but WrestleMania 33 in Florida, when they had, like, the amusement park in the background and the giant planet. I loved that stage. And no screens.
No screens.
Like, almost no screens at all there. It was just a cool set. So, like I said, I don't think I haven't made up my mind whether I like it or not. I think it looks interesting. I like the fact that people are sitting basically on the stage. Like, you're going to actually have fans sitting on the stage. I think that's going to add an interesting visual dynamic. So I'm kind of holding judgment for the most part until I see it tonight. Yeah. And then see it tomorrow. And if the stage is the same tomorrow as it was tonight, I think for me it's still going to be kind of a mid stage. Right? But I mean, I see where you're coming from though, George. Like I do think it looks kind of busy as well. I think there's too much to look at. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how it goes.
There's a lot I want to say, but I can't say. I don't want to take over this entire, Mania stream with that. But can we do a TKO show?
Yeah, I'm sure we will. We've got many weekends where we can go all out. I know I still want to do a show. Ashton, what was the one that I said I wanted to do? Where I think it had something to do with the network. I wanted to have a ranting episode.
Oh yeah. You wanted to go all in on like everything you couldn't stand.
Right. Like why I blame the WWE universe for the failure of the network.
What really grinds your gears?
Right.
Thing.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I really want a ranting on TKO. So can we make that happen?
All right. Yeah, we can make that happen. Let's go to the chat here. I thought, George, I agree TKO's influence is seriously hurting the product. I thought Chris says, I thought Stephanie's video reel at the Hall of Fame made me cry. Her career was amazing when you look back on it. TKO could position themselves as a new corporation and usher in a new attitude era versus corporate overreach.
Yeah.
They need to have tons of screens. That desperately needs to be innovation. This year's look is not good. Honestly, I didn't let the internet sway my opinion on the stage. Going in cold, I also don't like it. Chris, in order to do that storyline angle, you need a legitimate spokesperson or guy that will lead it. Who could that be? Definitely not Crapafee.
Not Crapafee. It could be me.
Yeah, it's Seth.
It's me,
Seth Sims. Hey guys, we're on pace, guys. My goal is always I've always wanted to hit the 1,000 view mark. If we keep going, we
just got to go to hour 5.
We're on pace by the end of hour 4 to reach 1,000 views. So let's fingers crossed here that we can make that happen. If you want to help me out, guys, share this link with everybody you know. Tell them to watch the Positively Pat Sim Show, as we preview and predict WrestleMania 42. All right, let's get to that main event, guys. Night one's main event. Randy Orton with Pat McAfee versus Cody Rhodes.
Whoa.
This should be interesting to get everyone's point of view on this. The big build to, I mean, I don't even know how big of a build it was, but there was a big build for the reveal of who Randy Orton was on the phone with, and it turns out it was Pat McAfee. And as much as you might hate the decision, I will say Pat's going all in with it. And it seems like he's enjoying his time being the heel.
Yeah.
Last night they had a surprise appearance by somebody. Everyone was expecting someone to walk out, and there's going to be this cool new guy, and it ends up being Pat McAfee from his studio.
Yeah.
And he just berates the audience. I thought it was funny. Like I said, like I'll react in the moment and go, "Oh, that sucked," or "That didn't." But like same with Danhausen. In the moment, I was like, "What in the world am I looking at?" But I'm going to give it an opportunity to win me over. Right?
Diamond.
I was not sold on Superman, the new Superman, but I gave it an opportunity to win me over. So,
Yeah, Superman sucked. I'll be honest.
I didn't say it did. I didn't say it succeeded.
I gave it a shot. I went to the theater and saw it. It wasn't good.
You poor man. We watched it at home.
I like the new Superman.
Ashton likes the new Superman. Ashton,
it made him. I can't say that word on the street, but it made him the P word. Like he was like a wimp.
It made him the P word. I like that.
Superman is a wimp.
Hey,
he's not.
Hey,
yes, he is.
Hey, by the
He's
way,
a wimp that gives hope because he uses that whimpery to say, "I can push past this and be strong," and you can too.
Go watch Superman the animated series from the 90s.
Oh, you're talking to the guy who loves Superman.
So Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Seth. So this is what it's like on your guys' end when I do that?
Yeah.
Seth.
100%.
Yeah.
Who's your pick? Cody Rhodes. I know you don't know. I mean,
Brock Lesnar.
Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Who's walking away the WWE champion?
Randy Orton.
Seth.
The Randy.
Starting off
of the Ore of the Times.
with Orton. Believe me, guys, we're starting up at the movies next week. I promise you guys there will be plenty of time for this kind of discussion because, we will be having this kind of discussion on that show.
Oh, all right then.
I'll just have George and Ashton come on and just be like, ding, ding. All right. Yes. All right. So Seth is going for Orton. Benny, give me your thoughts on the build for this, everything that happened here. What do you think about it? The storyline to this, what it could have been, and versus what it is, and what's your thoughts on who's taking home the WWE title?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of disappointed when I heard that it was Pat McAfee, but I really, like you said, he's gone all in, and again making the chicken soup out of you know what. I think he's done a good job. I think the fact that he threw out that stipulation that if Randy lost, that he'd disappear. Given that fact, I think that Randy's going to win and take home number 15. And I think there's going to be involvement from both Jelly Roll and McAfee, and that's going to wind up being I think WWE is really investing heavy in the celebrity deal. So I think they're booking more towards what works best with the celebrities. So I think with that in mind, I do think Randy's going to win, and then you're going to see Cody and Jelly Roll versus Randy and McAfee at SummerSlam.
So Grandmaster agrees with almost nothing I said. Or is he saying that he agrees with nothing that Pat McAfee said? Because we're both named Pat. So which is it? Which is it? You don't agree with me? Which I don't know which part you didn't agree with. I mean, I guess almost nothing that I said. But is it me or Pat McAfee? Which one?
Both.
Both. I don't know. I thought I made. I only gave an opinion that I didn't like the reveal, but then I still want to give things an opportunity to win me over. So I don't know what I said that was people would strongly disagree with. Orton will win with them having a tag team match at Saturday night's main event. All right, let's go to George. George, give me your thoughts on this matchup, the build, the reveal. Who do you want to win? Who do you think will win?
So the one I want to win is Randy Orton. I'll say that right up front.
Okay.
But the build, yeah, Orton addressed this last night. So if those who have not seen SmackDown yet, you may want to check out at least the clip of Orton's promo last night from before you go watch the show. So Orton basically said, what he said last night as a quick summary was that he knew he had to go be the Viper again. He had to listen to the voices, had to do what he had to do. And he had it all planned out where he was going to go to the level of violence he needed to do when it was Drew McIntyre. And then Cody went and stepped in, and when he wasn't supposed to, went and did whatever. Then he was like, well, I can't do that with my friend. And then Cody had the audacity to give him permission to be himself. And that pushed him. And then he also had Pat McAfee in his ear telling him what he had to do. And he said he doesn't need Pat McAfee, but he wants Pat McAfee because Pat will tell him how it is. He's going to shoot straight with him. He's going to tell it to him how it, he's not going to just be a yes man. And so, I mean, that was the quick summary of it. So he does a lot better with that promo than I could, right? So go check that out. But hats off to Orton there. But it was a good promo, good lead up, and it's a quick summary of everything that's going on, right? So he's getting back to being that Viper, being himself. As Benny had said that if Orton doesn't win, Pat McAfee says he's going to leave and do all that. Plus the fact that we're going to have, I feel, and I think other people do too, Cody's title reign has been and he needs an edge, he needs something, he needs a switch up. I think he might be better right now chasing that title than holding that title right now. And again, it gives Orton that 15. If they do take the belt off of Orton later on, it gives him a chance to work for that 16. Because Orton's goal is to beat Cena's. So, or at least tie it. So he has plenty of opportunity to do so. I say we start here, give Orton the belt, and have Chase go on. And with the whole corporate thing involved in here, there can be some shenanigans. Who else could they pull in to help this out, though? They could do anything from NXT all the way up to, a returning legend or something else.
All right, so your pick is Orton, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will go deeper into my thoughts here in just a second. Ashton, let's hear from you. Superman the animated. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I mean Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton.
Oh man! So this match, the build up. I like the build up for it. I like that Randy is going Viper mode. The addition of Pat McAfee, I could have done without it. The stipulation, that stipulation just tells me right there one of two things. It's either he's not going to have any more superstars on his podcast ever again, or this is like, yeah, Randy's going to win, and I want Randy to win. The reason why I want Randy to win is because this can be the point in time where Cody actually turns heel. He gets pissed off because he sees that Randy had, the lengths he went to beat him, and every time Cody is like right there to, I'm the ultimate good guy right now. It's like, oh, I can't do it, and it's like I'm getting closer and closer to the edge. It's like, you know what? Have Randy be the person to push him over the edge, to turning heel. And with Jelly Roll getting into it, oh, come on, Cody, you my friend, Randy my friend too. All my friends fighting each other. It's like, you know what, Jelly Roll, we are friends, but I'm sick of it. And next day, knocks him out, whatever, and that's his heel turn and whatnot. So, I'm gonna go with Randy Orton winning. Also, yeah, him getting, tying Cena for the championship reigns, So I'm going Randy Orton on this one.
All right. So Orton.
That was my best Jelly Roll impression.
Yeah. Yes, Cody is. I mean,
the Jelly Rolls.
Grandmaster, just your comment there. I think most, if not all, baby faces are better chasing. Right? It's more fun. You create, but the thing is, you have to have a good, strong heel to have guys chasing after, right? So that's the key here. As far as Randy goes, I'm a fan of Randy. I don't think a year after Cena gets his 17th title win that you start getting Randy into that same thing. Just a year later. I mean, I know tonight if he wins, it wouldn't be his 17th. It'd be 15, which would still put him 2 away. I don't think that closely after Cena getting the WWE's record, right, that he's going to tie it or, let alone beat it. I think you leave that on Cena for a little while. Also, my biggest concern here is that we're doing a rinse, lather, repeat with WrestleMania, where you have the heel turn of your legend and then involvement from an outside source you really don't want to see involved just to cost Cody Rhodes the title to have him chase and get it back later. Like, is it just me, or does it just feel like we're just treading water at this point and that we're just doing the same thing? We can still accomplish what we want to accomplish with Cody without doing the same thing over and over, because that's the whole point here. Like, if history keeps repeating itself, what's going to change?
But I think the issue right now is, like, they don't have any strong baby faces that are good that they believe in for heavyweight championship.
Right.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, you either give it to Cody or you give it back to Roman. Would you consider Oba Femi a babyface right now, or is he heel? I think Oba's a heel.
I think Oba's like I said, Oba's that right where I want some of these guys to be, like Jey Uso. I don't want him to be classified as anything. I just want to see a guy go out there and kick butt.
Yeah.
And that's Oba. And if it means that the fans cheer him, great. If they boo him, just as good, because he would be a great monster heel. Like, could you imagine? He would just plow through everybody. Like, he would be the next. Like, I like the fact he's facing Brock. He could be the next Brock. Just poof.
Oba gives me a good Goldberg feeling with the fans. Like as far as the fans are cheering or whatever, they could go in that direction without turning them. Because he actually can wrestle. So there's a big difference there too, right? So, but he has that stigma, that feeling that Goldberg had in the late '90s, right? Like with the fans, they're just cheering him, and he just comes out there and smashes. So they could go that route with him, while keeping him, with him just not talking that much. I mean, he can cut a promo. He just did on Monday, right? Yeah. He can cut a good promo, but its fact is that I don't know. He feels like a better version of Goldberg, in my opinion.
Yeah. And, to Grandmaster's point, he said that Orton tweeted Pat McAfee wasn't the guy on the phone. He tweeted that yesterday. So does that mean someone else interferes or debuts in the match tonight? Well, with WWE's track record at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Royce Keys coming out.
I mean, he had one match.
He did. It would be like, oh, cool, it's Royce Keys. But at the same time, it's like, why?
Won the Andre Battle Royal last night, by the way.
What's that?
Royce won the Andre Battle Royal last night.
I like Royce.
Oh, so he had 2 matches.
Yeah. So he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, but he wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Some you know how they do those recordings where he talks about his life and blah blah blah. They have one of those where he talks about how his mom died in 61.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada. So they gave him sympathy. They're turning him into a face at the moment. And the last one that he knocked over the top rope was what's it, Tala Tonga, the big tall giant one. He clotheslined him over the top rope and won it. So I have a feeling that's where the next feud for him is going. But yeah, if Pat wasn't the one on the phone for Orton, maybe it was The Rock. Maybe he sold his soul.
Again,
Rock
you're just
is in Vegas. I'll just put it that way. Rock is in Vegas.
Again, my problem again is that we're just rinse, lather, repeat. It's like, oh, well, the fans were pissed off The Rock didn't show up for the Cena thing, so let's bring him in though for this one, and we'll get that payoff. Or, or we could even be even worse, and Travis Scott comes back again. Like,
oh God, please don't.
Yeah, but no. Like I said, I'm picking only with my heart for these picks, and I am picking Cody Rhodes just so I can break away from the pack.
Wrong.
And I do.
Let's go, Guile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Cody. I don't think a loss here affects Randy. I do agree that I think if Cody were to lose, I think it has to be a lot better than last year, though. It has to be. It cannot be a rinse, lather, repeat of last year. It has to be different. It has to be impactful. And it's got to be something that puts Cody Rhodes over the edge. It's the only way I'll accept a Cody loss here. It's got to be something that actually changes Cody's character so that he's a guy. What's that?
He's a better chaser than he is a champion. He needs to be chasing right now.
Well, that's why I said, like, every good babyface is a better chaser, right? This isn't the 70s, 60s, 80s where babyfaces could hold the title for 2 or 3 years. Bruno could hold the title for a decade. Hogan. It's always better when a babyface chases. And like I said, I'm going to stick with my pick. I wrote Cody earlier. I'm going to stay with that pick. But as long as the storyline makes sense and we get a more aggressive Cody and stuff going forward, I'm fine with a loss. It's pro wrestling, right? I'm not going to get upset over wins and losses. It's about storytelling. This is my soap opera.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody has got their picks in for night one. If you count the technical difficulty we had first thing in the morning, we're actually right on track for where we want to be. So, guys, us live here are gonna take a quick little restroom break if we need it. But Seth, tell us about what we're about to see, because you interviewed a gentleman yesterday.
Yeah.
Give us a lead in for it before we play this very special interview.
He's crazy.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, this is why I'm the host. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Seth Sims interviewed yesterday the great and powerful Pat Zini. And so we present to you the great Pat Zini's amazing predictions for WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. The live group here will be back in just a few moments, but take a look at this.
Hello, everyone. I am Seth Sims, and I am here with the one and only Pat Zini. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Oh, it's great to be. This is the second time I have been here, actually. I was here with your mother. Your mom.
I was with your mom.
Okay, this is already starting off super well. So
Well,
what can I do for you?
We were wondering if you could predict the WWE WrestleMania 42 Night 1 and 2 match card.
Oh, well, absolutely. That is what I do. I am the Great Patzini, the great and powerful. I am the greatest psychic in the world. You know this. You are very aware of this, yes. And all this, the Sims Nation, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
That's stupid. So that they know this too. And so what I have done today, just for you, because I think you're great. You're just fantastic. I love your beard. Don't have it changed. So what I want to do is I want to show you an ancient technique. This is an ancient Chinese secret, ladies and gentlemen, of predicting pro wrestling matches. That's right. When I am done, you will run to the bookie and you will place your bets. I promise you. I promise you. You've never seen this before. You've never seen this. We've never met before, have we?
No.
No, see? It's all good. Okay, so I will explain as we go. Okay?
As we go.
As we go. So let's start our predictions now. We have 2 nights worth of predictions, am I correct?
Correct.
See? The Great Patzini! The all-powerful, the almighty Great Patzini. I didn't even notice. 2 nights, it just popped in there. Thank you, Joe. Alright.
Alright, starting with night 1, we have the undisputed WWE Championship match.
We're just starting with the big one.
That's what it says.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, it's between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton.
It's the road less traveled versus Randy Orton.
With Pat McAfee.
With positively Pat McAfee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I knew he'd go places. I knew he'd go. Oh, McAfee.
Yeah.
Oh, McAfee. Oh, McAfee. I think that's what they call him. Pat McAfee. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, I feel a vibration in my pants. Yes, here we go. So, I'm going to be Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
You're going to be Pat McAfee. No, Randy Orton. Is that who it is? Randy Orton. He's the one fighting.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to be going boom pow. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to flip over a card for me. That's a 9 of spades for Cody Rhodes.
Is that good?
I don't know. We're about to find out. That is a 5 of diamonds for Randy Orton. This means that Cody Rhodes is going to win.
So
that is my prediction. Cody Rhodes will win. This is ancient Chinese secret of predicting pro wrestling matches. Thank you. I am the Great Patzini. Yes. Okay. Next match.
All right. Match 2 is
match number
Women's World Championship.
Wait, the women fight? Oh, this must be hilarious. Who is it?
We are going against Stephanie Vaquer.
We are going against Stephanie Vaquer?
Yeah. And she's going against Liv Morgan.
Okay, Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Here we go. I'll be Vaquer. You'll be Liv.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. See? 7 of diamonds, 8 of spades. Liv Morgan is your winner of this match. I am the Great Patzini. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Move those aside.
Next,
we don't want to repeat anything. Here we go.
Yes. Next we have another well, that it doesn't have a title, but we have another match. Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
So you versus my countryman Gunther. That sounds good. I like this. I'll be Gunther this time.
Okay.
You be Seth. You be you.
I be
I
me.
be Gunther. You be you. Here we go. And I am a 6 of hearts. You are a Queen of Hearts. You're the Queen of Hearts. But you win. Yes, Seth Rollins, the Great Patzini. Thank you very much. All powerful, the great, the mystics, the all-knowing. Next,
we have the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
More women. That's funny. Okay.
AJ Lee.
Okay.
Versus Becky Lynch.
All right. AJ Styles versus Becky Lynch. Here we go.
AJ Lee.
What?
AJ Lee.
Who?
Lee.
Lee
AJ Lee.
what?
AJ Lee.
Levi's jeans. Okay, Levi's jeans versus Becky Lynch 'em up. Here we go. I'll be Levi. You be Becky. Here we go. I am the 8 of diamonds. You are the Jack of diamonds. Becky Lynch is going to be prediction. The Great Patzini. Thank you very much, Becky Lynch, the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Yes, I see how it is. All right, here we go.
We have a pretty big one now.
Yes.
Women's match.
Yes, that's what she said.
Women's match.
Yes.
So, we have Nia Jax and Lash Legend.
Okay.
And they're going against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
And they're also going against Bayley.
Oh, my.
And Lyra Valkyria.
So many women.
And they're also going against
so little time.
The Bella Twins.
Oh boy. Should we even include the Bella Twins? I don't know. What's the point? Okay, so we're gonna have to do this obviously 4 cards.
Yeah.
Right? This is getting interesting. This is when the ancient Chinese secret really comes into play. Alright, so I don't really care about their names, so we're just gonna call them Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4.
Okay,
so who's the first team? Who's Team 1?
Nia Jax and the Lash Legend.
Don't care. But they are 3 of diamonds, so they are pretty much out.
Yep.
It's team 2.
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Okay, they are ace of hearts. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. So Flair what?
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Flair Bliss. Okay, we'll call them Flair Bliss. Okay, because we know Zayn's in the
Yeah.
Okay, who's team 3?
Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
Bailey and oh good, that's a mouthful. Okay, there's 2. Who even cares? Okay, and who's the last one? It's right.
The Bella twins.
The Bellas. They are 10 of hearts. The winner, my prediction, is Flair Bliss. Thank you very much. I am the Great Patzini, the Great and Powerful, available for parties, for children's parties, and I do also wear clown makeup. This is your cue.
For what?
Just keep going. Sometimes I need someone to just keep me going. Ooh, someone's calling. Thank you very much. I put my phone on vibrate. Go ahead.
All right, so it shows that the first hour on ESPN2 gets some special matches. So we have the unsanctioned match of Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Drew McIntosh versus Joey Fatone. Okay. So I'll be Drew. You be Joey Fatone. I miss you from NSYNC, by the way. Here we go.
Jacob Fatu, not Joey Fatone.
Same difference. They're all blended
Tomato.
And you're Justin Timberlake, Jacob Fatu, Joey Fatone. They're all the same. You know what I mean?
The same.
Yes, there we go. All right, 4 of diamonds for Drew, and the 9 of clubs for Joey Fatone. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Fatone for the win. I'm the Great Patzini. Thank you.
All right, next we have the 6-man tag
6
team.
cards. We might have a war. I mean, we might have a intense prediction. Go ahead.
So Logan Paul.
Oh wait, this is the tag match.
Yeah.
6 match. Oh my bad.
It's okay.
I was thinking of a match that I had no clue was going to. I am so good at predicting. I was thinking ahead tonight too. Okay.
Logan Paul.
Yes.
Austin Theory.
Yes.
And ISHO Speed.
That's a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're going against the Usos and LA Knight.
Okay, so LA Nugget and the Osos. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Special Agent Osos versus the YouTubers. Okay,
Yeah.
so the Osos and the YouTubers. The Osos get a 4 of hearts. The YouTubers an 8 of hearts. It is a win for the YouTubers. I am the Great Patzini. Thank you very much. The all-powerful, the almighty is the great, the powerful. I have great muscles under this. You just can't see them.
All right, now we have to move on to
Good job. Well done. Yes.
to the Sunday match card.
Yes. Beyond to
9-2.
Sunday. The
So,
day of rest.
so we have the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Start at the top again. Look at you.
Yeah.
You're just daring today.
Yes, very.
I love it.
CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
The he who shall not be reigned. Got it. Okay. So CM Punk. So Chick Magnet Punk versus he who shall not be reigned, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be the punker. I'll be the punker. As I'm punk rock, as you can tell. Look at me. Look at
Very
me. I
punk.
just scream punk rock. Don't I? All right. Queen of Spades. That's gonna be hard to beat. Can Roman? Who's Roman? The Roman Empire. Can he beat it? 7 of Spades. Sorry, CM Punk is still your champion.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Nope. Thank you very much.
Next we have the Women's Championship.
Whoop-de-doo.
Jade
I
Cargill.
changed the accents for a second. Sorry.
Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
Yes. Who are they?
I don't know.
So Ripley.
Yeah.
Oh, from Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was at Aliens at one time, and then Jade Cargill. She's the big buff lady, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. She looks like Storm. I like that. I'll be Jade Cargill. You be Rhea Ripley.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. A jack of clubs. That's tough. Hit me. Good job. Oh, it looks like Jade Cargill is going to win. Sorry to say that, Rhea Ripley fans, but I am the Great Patzini when I say go. Next, bring it on.
Next we have the United States Championship. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams.
Does this championship matter anywhere else in the world, or does it only matter here in the United States? Seems like a weird title.
Matters a lot in China.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Sami Zayn
Sami
versus
Zayn.
Trick Williams.
Trick why? I don't know. Trick or treat. Trick or treat video.
Yeah.
Alright, so I want to be the trick.
Okay.
I want to be the trick. Is that
I'll be
okay?
the treat.
You be the treat. Treat Zayn. Treat Zayn, I
Yeah.
am Trick Williams. Okay, here we go. The trick is the ace of spades. And Sami loses. Trick Williams is the winner. I am the Great Patzini. Thank you very much. Next.
Next, we have a few more matches from the
I could do this
ESPN.
all day. I
From
have
ESPN.
half a deck left.
We have Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh, it's a big Brock. Big Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi.
Yep.
Alright, I'll be Brock. I'll be Brock Lesnar. You be Oba Femi. You look like Oba Femi.
I look like Oba Femi.
No, not at all. Not at all. Here we go. Oh, that's bad news for Brock. That's bad news for the wrestler. 6 of clubs beats the 2 of clubs. Oba Femi is your winner. Thank you very much. I am the Great Patzini. What do we have next? What is next up?
And it looks like the last one is the Intercontinental Championship ladder match.
That's all the matches?
Yep.
Why do I feel like we're missing something?
Based on here.
Let me see your phone. I want to use my psychic powers to read your phone. You didn't do the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. You need to do that one, okay? How
I'll do
how
that
about
one.
we do that one?
Okay.
Let's do that one next. I used my
Ooh.
psychic. I didn't read the phone. I felt the phone, and I just thought it in my head. So,
I missed it because it doesn't have a title.
so that would be the Demon Finn Balor
Yeah, it's
But-
under the women's championship.
versus. Oh yes, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we got the Demon Finn Balor
Yes.
versus Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio. I'll be Finn from Star Wars, which is nice. This is Star Wars cards, and you will be Dominic, Dirty Dom, you dirty boy. Okay, here we go. And 10 of clubs for the Demon. That's what do you think? Do you think you're going to win or no?
I'm gonna win.
You're going to win? You're wrong. You're always wrong. Remember that you are nothing. You will never live up to anything because I am the Great Patzini. I have foreseen this. My friend Joe is telling me.
All right. Do we want to go back to the
Right.
championship ladder match now?
No, I know. I think his hair looks good. I don't think he needs to cut it at all. Oh, his beard hair. Yes, absolutely. Yo, Joe, you have a good hair. Joe says cut your facial hair.
Nah.
All right, here we go. What's the next? What is the last one? The
Ladder match.
ladder match for what?
The Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, so that's the belt that counts everywhere but the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have the U.S. title here, so they're defending both at this show.
Yeah.
So who do we have?
We have Penta.
Penta. He's a 5 of spades.
That's pretty bad. We also have Javon Evans.
Javon Evans. He has a 2 of hearts. That's first.
Even worse. Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee. He has a 2 of diamonds. Still looking pretty good for Penta.
Yeah. JD McDonough.
But he's a
He's
king of
winning!
hearts. JD McDonough. Yes.
Donna. Versus Rusev.
Versus Rusev.
Yeah, that's what it says.
So Rusev gets a 10 of spades. So it looks like JD McDonough is going. Is that 6 people? JD.
No, we have one more. We have one
Oh,
more.
we have one more.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, sounds like mysterious, which is what I am. The Great Patzini, the Great Mysterious Patzini. 3 of hearts. Your winner is JD McDonough. Thank you very much. I am the Great Patzini, the great and all-powerful. You can find me at thegreatpatzini.com.org.edu. Thank you very much. So, would you like to see who would win in a fight between you and me?
Sure.
Okay. I am a 6 of spades. You draw your own card. What are you? 5 of hearts. That is a psychic mic drop. You have to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's how he ends things. Thank you very much for having me on the show. I can't wait to do this again.
What?
All right, guys, that was the Great Patzini right here on the Positively Pat Sims Show, giving his predictions for WrestleMania 42. Gave all of us a chance to take a little break, stretch our legs, do whatever we need to do. Chris Hall says, Joey Fatone and JD Madonna had me rolling. Shades of Santino. Yep. I like to steal from everybody when I do stuff. Oh, hope you guys enjoyed that. I recorded all of Pat Zini's predictions right here. So Pat Zini is in the running for a autographed copy of Vengeance. So we'll see what happens here. All right, guys, that means we are on to night 2 of WrestleMania 42 for our preview and prediction show here. We are moving. This time we have 6 matches for night 2. And we're going to start off with one of the big ones. Let me just fix this here. And boom, Brock Lesnar. Or as Pat Zini called him, Brock Lesnar. So stupid. So Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. George, while you're up on the screen there, talk to us about this one. Where do you see this one going? Who do you want to win? Who do you think will win? How have you enjoyed this build?
Thought the build was really good. I'm a big Uba Femi fan here right now. I'm all behind it. I think they're pushing him to the moon, and I think he deserves it.
Right.
Like I was saying earlier when we happened to mention it, I feel like he's like a better version of the Goldberg gimmick that they were trying to make in WCW, where they're just putting a rocket on his behind and sending him to the moon. And he can actually wrestle and cut promos. So I'm loving it. So and I like the fact that for once Brock is the underdog, which is an unheard of thing through his entire career. I think the only time Brock was really considered an underdog was when he fought The Rock at his, when he first became champion. And yeah. I'm Oba Fanning all the way here.
All right, we got one vote for Oba from George. So let me get that down on our sheet here. We've got here in the chat. I want Oba to win. I think Brock wins with interference. Grandmaster says Oba wins because it's the first match on night 2. Brock will win the rematch at Saturday night's main event, and he thinks this is a horrible build. So, disagrees with you, George. He doesn't like the build.
What's not to like about the build? He keeps knocking Brock on his ass. Pardon my French.
Brian Great Scott, welcome back to the Positively Pat Sims Show. Yes, it has been a while since you've been on here. Great to have you back here. Says hopefully he'll be able to watch more of the shows in the future. Yes, I agree. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the show. Give us your predictions on WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 in the live chat. We'd love to hear from you. All right, Benny, you're up on the screen. Why don't you talk to us about your thoughts on Lesnar versus Femi? Did you like the build? And what do you think is going to happen in this one?
Yeah, I did like the build. I mean, it was very one-sided in favor of Oba, which was kind of odd. But now I would like Oba to win. And let me backtrack for a second. There are 10 singles matches between the 2 nights, which means there are 20 contestants. 11 of them are over or 39 and over. Brock being the oldest at 48. So there's obviously a need to develop, and elevate younger stars. And I would think this would be the perfect way to do that, but I think Brock is going to win. I think I'm going to be different from everybody else here. The reason why I think Brock's going to win is because I think for him to lose this match and then possibly go into a retirement match at SummerSlam, I don't think you want to see Brock go in weak. I think Brock needs to go in strong. Otherwise, I think it loses some of the significance if he's going to match up with Gunther in a retirement match. You got to have him. I don't think he wants to drop his last 2 matches. I don't think he has a problem going out losing, but I mean, dropping the last 2, I think might be a bit of an issue. So I'm going to pick Brock.
All right, Benny going with Brock. Let's go to Ashton. Give us your thoughts on this one. Where do you see this one going? Tell me about it.
I have absolutely loved the build between these two. I think WWE realized the mistake that they made when they had Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was supposed to be what Oba Femi is right now. He was supposed to be the foil to Brock Lesnar. And they wasted him, and they moved him along and did nothing with him. They wasted Bobby Lashley. And now I hope that they are not wasting Oba Femi. The worst thing that they can do is have Brock beat Oba Femi clean. That is the absolute worst thing that right. They can do. I don't mind if Oba Femi loses, but there has to be some kind of interference. Something has to.
Shenanigans.
Paul Heyman has to get involved somehow to make Oba Femi lose. Brock does not need the wins. He's going to be over no matter what. He can lose and come back, and everybody still love him.
Yeah,
his stock is not dropping at all ever. He's barely even ever there. He's there less than Roman, and and his stock is a little bit higher than Roman. So there is nothing that Brock needs nothing from this match. All he needs to do is put over Oba Femi, and I'm all for that. I want, and I believe Oba will win this match.
All right,
and they're probably more likely going to fight again.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
So Chris mentioned that he's heard this compared to Brock versus Hogan when Brock first started. Grandmaster kind of thought that was hilarious, but when you look at it, if you look at it today and you were to say, oh, Brock versus, that sounds ridiculous. But you go back to when Brock first started, which Brock first came into WWE the night after WrestleMania 18, which was what? That was the return of Hogan to WrestleMania, where they booed The Rock out of the building and cheered Hogan. Hogan was back, and he was a big deal, right? So, Hogan still wasn't great in the ring or anything like that, but to put Lesnar in the ring with Hogan was a way of getting Lesnar over the moon with the audience and establish him as legitimately like the next big thing. So I agree. I think it's a pretty decent comparison because he's now the older guy. He's now the Hogan-esque guy here, and you got Oba, the up and comer. And I think this is a great way to establish. Now, Seth.
Yes.
What is your prediction for this one? Oba Femi or Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar.
Seth's going. Any particular reason?
Because he's
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yeah.
Why this person? Because he's this person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's no worse than how Patzini picked his winner.
His were advanced ways.
Yes, it's an ancient Chinese secret. All right, so I am going outside the box once again for this one.
No contest again?
I did an either or. I kind of cheated, but then again, it doesn't matter. I'm not part of the thing. Like, I can't win my own. Well, I guess I could, but I'm not going to win my own book. I said either a double DQ or a no contest. So one of the two. So I'm going to have a no contest happen at some point over the next 2 days.
At some point.
Something's going to happen. And here's why. I just think, again, what do people want to see with these two? Do you want to see a match? Do you want to see these two guys get in there and just do headlocks and body? No. You want to see these two guys just beat the living crap out of each other. So don't even, either let it get in the ring and then immediately spill out, or don't even let them get there. Just let him. I mean, you look at what Oba did trying to get to Lesnar. That he was throwing, like literally throwing security guards.
That security guard didn't break his arm.
Oh, that was
the way he landed. I was like, oh, his arm is destroyed.
I mean, these guys were throwing the steps. I mean, that's what you want from this. I would rather this match be just absolute chaos and never even get started than let them do anything in the ring. Let them tear each other apart and extend the story to Saturday night's main event or wherever you're going to take it. Then get Oba over, right? And you can even let Oba be the dominant one in this one. Establish Oba as the dominant one of the two. Lesnar doesn't take the loss at WrestleMania. Like I said, no contest or double DQ. Both guys can still. Oba comes out strong. Lesnar's not going to lose anything, right? I just think that would be the most entertaining option. I would love to see that. Grandmaster agreed with me for the first time
in forever.
You was fishing for that agreement.
I've been working for that one. Oh, I can end the show. I can end the show happy now. No, it's that's just my thought. That's my thought process on it. So there you go, guys. That's our picks for Oba versus Lesnar. Let's keep moving here because this one, we've got 6 guys in the next matchup here. And the Great Patzini picked J.D. McDonough. And because I had to crop the picture, he's not even in the picture. Neither is
J.D. McDonough, the living Funko Pop.
And neither is Rusev. Neither of the two that I think are even going to come anywhere near.
Rusev is in the match?
Yes, Rusev is in this. But yeah, see, there you go, right there.
Wow.
So here are your your participants in the 6-man Intercontinental Championship ladder match. You have J.D. McDonough, which we talked about. Dragon Lee. You have Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, versus Rusev, and Penta. Now, does this match have the possibility of being another show stealer on the night? Ladder matches always have that opportunity. Money in the Bank matches were huge. People looked forward to those every year till it got its own thing. And WrestleMania 31, the Intercontinental Championship got a ladder match. I believe there was another one that happened a couple of years, either a year or two later, where Zack Ryder won it.
Oh yeah, that was a shocker.
32. That's right. It's ladder matches are fun, and IC ladder matches have a history. The very first WrestleMania ladder match was an Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Shawn Michaels versus Scott Hall. And Chris, I hate to burst your bubble here, but it's WrestleMania 10, not WrestleMania 9. WrestleMania 9 was the Las Vegas WrestleMania from Caesar's Palace. WrestleMania 10 at Madison Square Garden is where the ladder match took place. So, a lot of history here. Grandmaster says Mysterio wins and then later loses to Dom. Remember on Raw, Dom said that he was going to take care of his dad. Sets up Ray versus Dom at Saturday night's main event. A retirement match for the IC title. ? Let's see what you guys think. Who stands out to you? Who looks good? I'm just going to say right now, I don't like the idea of Rey Mysterio winning the Intercontinental Championship here. I like the IC title being on a guy. I like keeping it on one of the younger guys, one of the up-and-comers, the next main event guy. I like that being what the Intercontinental title's for. You're kind of showing us what the future might look like. All right. So let's start with George. You're on the screen. Give me your thoughts on this one. What do you think of this match? The possibilities. Who do you want to see win, but who do you think actually will?
Actually, I think I want to see Penta retain. Penta's really, 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 really good. I know
Yeah.
Devon Evans is going to put on a show of a lifetime there.
Oh, yeah.
I really want to see what he does in a ladder match. I wouldn't be disappointed if Devon won by any means, but I agree with you about the younger talent. If they do end up going something like Rey Mysterio, it would be to set up for a Dom match, and because I know Rey wants Dom to be the one to retire him, so at some point we do have to revisit it. That's why they keep mentioning Dom and Rey, them having a beef. They keep mentioning it here and there, and them taking pop shots at each other here and there. Because at some point, that's how Rey wants to end his career. I think if I remember reading correctly, he wants to, give him his mask and yada 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 yada, and pass on the tradition and father to son type thing. When that is, who knows with Rey, right? Like Rey probably has more time added on to his contract than initially because of injuries. So. And I'm sure if it comes down to Rey getting what his ideal finish is, he'll sign a contract extension to get it. So, with that said, I agree with Pat. I want younger talent to hold here, so I'm more for Penta and Javon Evans. I'm going to go with Penta, though.
All right, George, going with the current champ to retain. Ashton, give me your thoughts on this match, and what do you see happening?
I gotta be honest. I don't really care too much about this match.
Really?
I do like, that Javon Evans, Penta, and Dragon Lee are in it.
Right.
And I think that they are the ones who will stand out. Rey, he's there for nostalgia purposes and to be the developmental talent for the other three. JD, he's just a body, and so is Rusev. They don't know, they're nothing gets done with them. So I would not mind if Penta retained the title, and I wouldn't mind if Dragon Lee won it.
So who do you think? Well, what's your official pick?
I think Penta is going to retain.
Ashton's going with Penta. All right. Benny, what do you got for me here? This 6-man tag match, are you looking forward to it? Does it matter to you?
Yeah, actually, very much so. I did some, process of elimination. Dragon Lee, McDonough, and Mysterio. I don't think there's any chance any of them are going to win. Rusev, his Machka are nothing without Lana.
Right.
And the only other one I would say maybe would be Javon Evans. I think he's 21 years old. I think
baby.
He will be this. Huh?
I said he's just a baby.
Yeah, he is. I think he will be the star of this match. I don't think he's going to win, but I think it's going to elevate him tremendously. Penta is not a spring chicken either. I think he's like 41.
Yeah.
But I mean, he hasn't had the title for that long, and I think he's done a really good job. I think he retains.
All right, we got another vote for Penta here. And so Adam Kish says, I want Penta to win. So we got another vote for Penta from the live chat. Seth.
Penta.
Seth's going with Penta. So we are, apart from Pat Zini, we are Penta across the board. If you look at this match, I have a couple of things where I kind of was like reminded of past ladder matches, especially those Money in the Banks. And I was looking at this and I'm thinking, Javon Evans is going to be this year's Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin always was the standout in those Money in the Bank ladder matches. He did some incredible things and never won. And then you have Rusev, who's, to me, he's going to be the Kane in this match. He's going to be your power guy. And he's going to come across as very powerful as in comparison to everyone else in this match. Everyone else is going to come after Rusev to take the big guy out. He's going to be knocking ladders over and stuff like that. But, again, he's not going to win it. My vote, yes, of course, is Penta.
Rawr.
So that's the Intercontinental Championship ladder. I do think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it very much. I think Dragon Lee's going to put on a show. Rey is Rey. Rey's going to do Rey things. I just do not see Rey Mysterio winning tonight. I don't. And personally, I just don't want to see. I don't think Rey needs the Intercontinental title to have a feud with Dominic. I don't think the Intercontinental title means anything more going to Rey. I think it's better off in the hands of one of these other guys. I'd almost rather see JD McDonough win it than Rey Mysterio. That's just my opinion. So, all right.
Wrong.
Adam Kish wants,
I'll win.
He wants you to win. He wants Seth to win.
Yeah, I'm going to win.
All right. So we're picking Seth Sims to win. All right, let's move on to the next matchup here. We are switching from the Intercontinental Championship. And remember, I told you guys that the Night One's aesthetic was that post-apocalyptic, very yellowish kind of look to it, which the stage had last night. And you notice that all the pictures here, they even call them the Tron look, have that very blue Tron Legacy type of look to it. And I think, like I said, if the stage emulates that, the stage is going to elevate a little bit for me. Right now, like I said, it's pretty mid for me, but it can go up if it adjusts and gets a little bit more of that futuristic Tron look to it. So, all right, here we go. This is Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. George, you watched SmackDown last night, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, please explain to me what the heck I saw with these two.
Wait, what happened?
Did you watch it last night?
I saw brief highlights on X because that's how I can watch SmackDown is just through highlights. I don't have cable. So please tell me what the heck was going on with that gingerbread man or whatever it was mascot.
What did I miss?
Yeah.
Trick Williams came out because on last week, Sami Zayn hit a Halua kick on the rapper that Trick Williams had out there that he was going to have walk him to the ring at Mania. And so Trick was talking smack about Sami, calling him a gingerbread man because, Sami's a ginger. And then he brought out Sami Zayn, and out came the gingerbread man, and he cut a heel promo on him. And then out comes actual Sami Zayn, who the fans are just crapping on right now. Like, they are just whatever. So I feel like there's going to be a double turn that happens on this match.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to finally get. We need one of those. We haven't had one of those in a very long time. And all of the fans are like way behind Trick Williams right now. And I feel like Sami Zayn is stale. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. He can't get out of the mid-card range. He gets the mid-card title, and then he loses it. Then he goes for the world title. He goes, then loses. Go, and loses. He needs like an edge, like you said. Like that would, if he got like a tweener edge, that'd be good, or some kind of thing. But he's like the underdog from the underground. It's played out. He needs something else at this point, like a gimmick refresh, something like. Yeah. And I feel like a double heel turn would be great here. So my money is on Whip That Trick, man. He's gonna take out Zayn, and we're gonna have a double turn.
All right, George goes with Trick. I do like the idea here of the double heel turn. I think the Sami Zayn turn has been long overdue. I honestly think the only reason that they haven't yet is because a lot of times the timing that I think the timing would have been right, they were heading over to Saudi, and Sammy's big over there. And so I think you need to do it. You got to time it right. I think now's a good time because WrestleMania is in Saudi in a year. I'm not sure when they're going back before then, if they are, but I think that gives you enough. I think that gives everybody enough time to get used to the idea of a heel Sami potentially going over there, where he's very, very popular in Saudi. Adam Kish. You might have some people turning on you here. He says he wants the Bella Twins to win the tag team match. Not doing yourself any favors with the panel. Grandmaster says that Sami Zayn, he's picking Sami to win with no turns at all. Everything's going to be exactly the way it was when they entered the ring, when they leave it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, Benny, let's go to you. talk to me about this matchup. Who do you want to win? Who do you see actually winning? Take it away.
Yeah, I totally agree with George on the double turn. I do think Sami loses. Like you said, there's a whole year. A lot can happen in a year.
Right.
I think it's going to be a double turn. I think Trick's going to go over. Maybe some interference with the gingerbread man. That would be great. Or maybe and then Sami loses and starts a feud with the gingerbread man. But yeah, I think Trick all the way here.
Let's just play the devil's advocate. If the gingerbread man returns, who is he? Is he anybody important, or is this like
Lord Farquaad?
Benny, what do you think? Should he be anybody, or just have this be more like when Sami was facing the Jackass crew and it's just all about entertainment?
Well, I know he's hurt, but I mean, if it could be Kevin Owens, like how great would that be? I know it's not possible, but that would be a shocker.
Chris Hall says Trick and Carmelo were a tag turned feud in NXT. Gingerbread Man should be Carmelo. I know last night whoever it was a white dude.
Yeah, because Femi kicked his head in, and the head turned, and you could see there was like black hair and white.
Yeah.
Didn't his he almost do a shockmaster and his thing almost fell off?
Yeah. Graham Ash said this should have been a triple threat match. I don't think we don't have any triple threats on this year's Mania.
No.
We had multiple last year.
Mm-hmm.
We have no triple threats this year. I agree. I like triple threat matches. I think
we still got a lot of people though. We got a 6-man.
Oh yeah, no. We have plenty of and I think this could be a great match. But I do think if you add Carmelo to the mix, I think that would have been a really cool triple threat. I honestly do. I think that'd be really cool. All right, so George, what was your pick again? Sorry, not George. So Benny, yours was Trick Williams, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, Ashton, let's get to you. What is your pick on this one? Tell me your thoughts on this match and where you see this one headed.
I guess I will break away from the pack.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to say this match is going to be a Sami Zayn victory.
How dare you, sir?
I know for a fact Trick Williams is over big time.
Yes.
Everybody loves him. He's a great heel. But I think it's too soon for them to put a title on him, and he just got moved up from NXT, and from WWE's track record is they usually take a few months before anybody from NXT gets a title. So it's rare for
Owens.
What?
Oh, he's trying to prove you wrong, Ashton.
I said rare.
Yeah.
I said it's rare.
Rare.
And besides, Kevin Owens was still the NXT champ when he won the U.S. title from.
Right, that's kind of my point. Like a lot of the fans nowadays watch both NXT and WWE, so they keep the gimmicks the same, and then they move them up, and then they can do whatever. So keep in mind that Trick has been there for a hot minute. He was well over babyface before he went heel, and I think it's time for him to switch back over.
Switch back over to babyface?
Yeah.
Negatory, sir. That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
I think thousands of people disagree with you. Have you not heard everyone behind him lately?
Yeah,
it's organic.
Yeah, people love heels. That don't mean they have to go babyface.
I was gonna say, like, how many times did Roman come in during the Bloodline feud and get cheered, like, that the building exploded? Yeah,
I mean, Brock Lesnar has been a heel pretty much 90% of his career.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree there. I agree that Sami should turn heel.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, Sami has had conversations with other superstars to say, "Hey, you don't ever pull the trigger when you're supposed to." So this may be one of those times where he decides, you know what, in order for me to keep this title, I have to pull the trigger and be ruthless. So this is a point in time where Sami can teeter totter on heel, on turning heel, but just he does something that's out of character to keep the title. And he may hate himself after or be like, hey man, I want to apologize because this, that, and the third. And everybody's like, yo, why are you apologizing? You kept the title. Like this like if you continue down this road, you're going to lose that thing. This is a life lesson for him. So I think this is one of those I think he will keep the title. Trick is going to be over no matter what. And this can be one of those run it back type things where he may get the title in their next match.
Like I said, I think we're getting into an era here where we're going to start seeing a lot more of, I'm not going to say attitude era stuff, but when you look at the attitude era, we had a lot of guys that you couldn't just label them babyface or heel. Right? If you were to show Stone Cold Steve Austin to guys in the 80s and early 90s and even today and what he was doing, the dude was a heel. Right? He did heelish things all the time, but everyone loved him. Right? I think we're getting into that era again where I think they're just going to send guys out a lot of times and fans are just going to decide they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to decide whether they're going to get behind him or not. I don't think they're going to label as everybody babyface or heel. And I think Trick falls into that.
People that the fans get behind a heel and they're like a heel no matter what. It's just I think now it's become very apparent that people love a bad guy.
Right.
So, if you are a bad guy, you're doing bad things. People can love you all you want. You're a heel. Just because they love you doesn't mean you're turning face.
Right.
It's just like they just love you for being bad.
Yeah, but it feels like an organic switch, kind of like when The Rock finally made his swap over, right? If they do Trick correctly and he keeps the same gimmick and doesn't change a thing about himself, and he just a fan favorite, and he kind of caters to the fan with the whip that Trick stuff and stuff like that, kind of like what The Rock did back in the Attitude Era, he'd go to the moon. Like,
but
there's potential.
He doesn't have to be be the good guy to do that though. People.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he could be a babyface with being that tweener. Like instead of doing that stuff he's doing. Well, this is what I mean. Keep the exact same gimmick. So what he does to the heels now, he just does it to what he does to the faces now, he just does to the heels. He just doesn't change the gimmick at all. But just instead of fighting the faces all the time, now he fights the heels. That's all he has to do.
And that's what I was that's what I was trying to say. Like, and I talked about this on one of Benny's shows in the past where, Rowdy Piper never changed who he was. It just, the fans' reaction to him changed. Who he did, what he did to changed. Stone Cold did not change Stone Cold. Brett it was almost like Brett just turned heel, which automatically turned Austin. People are already starting to turn Austin babyface. No matter which direction you go with Trick, I think he only has upsides here. Sami said it best, Trick, you're a punk rookie. That's what Grandmaster says. I think Trick has a lot of upside, no matter which direction you go. My thing is I just think that I agree. I don't think Trick should change anything about his character. Just let the fans react to it. And just the thing is that I don't like when WWE quickly decides to get behind somebody because the fans are on them. Now, I also don't like them sitting on their heels like LA Knight. Right? They have not taken advantage of the popularity of LA Knight. But if you switch somebody or do something too fast, you can derail a character and the fans will turn on them. So I think it has to be done very, very carefully. I do like the idea. I like the idea of the double turn. I like the idea of Sami turning heel. But we're going to watch it play out, and it's going to be interesting no matter what happens. So But nothing wrong with a little intense discussion on the Positively Pat Sim show. Always appreciate it, guys, and always appreciate it
With 5 minutes before.
that we keep it respectful with no foul language. That's always a positive on our Positively Pat Sims family-friendly program. Seth.
Do my best.
Yeah.
Seth, I need your prediction on this one.
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Why?
Because he's
Is he
not.
Sami
No, he's not.
Because he's not Trick
He's
Williams.
not Trick. He's the treat.
Oh, that's right.
He's the treat.
That's right. Trick or treat. Treat Zayn.
I prefer treats over tricks.
Yep. Pat Zini picked Trick Williams. So right now, as it stands, I have also picked Trick Williams. Because, like I said, I'm going with what I want, who I want to win. And I have, honestly, I was really liking Sami Zayn for a while. I'm over Sami. I am done with Sami. I don't know. And really, Sami, I shouldn't be over him as much as I am. I just don't care. I think that's the problem. I used to really, when Sami turned on the bloodline, I was all about it. I was like, yes, go Sami. I was behind him. At WrestleMania 39, we were all going nuts for Sami. Seth, stop it. And then even after that, I was cheering for Sami. I think what got me when Sami defeated Gunther for the Intercontinental title, I kind of went, okay. And I was done. I really was. I started caring less and less and less about Sami Zayn. I think Sami needs a character enema. Something's got to change. And
I think like after he broke away from the bloodline, he stayed the same character for so long that it just got stale.
Yes,
which
exactly.
Again, I think that this is the point in time where his character should change.
Yep, I agree. Absolutely agree.
And if it doesn't, then you know what? Kick the title off of him.
Right. All right, guys, we're just about into the last hour of the show. Like I said, we are on point. We are on target here, we should be.
I almost thought we were almost near the end, and I'm like, we still have like 3 more to go.
We have 3 more
and
matches
I'm like, oh,
to
wait,
go.
we have an hour.
3 very interesting matches to discuss here. It'll be interesting to see what everyone has to say in the live chat, as well as here with our.
Actually, it's only 2 interesting matches.
Why? Which one do you not find interesting?
The women's championship.
I actually do find it. I'm gonna be on because we're gonna go to that one next. Let me change our.
Well, yeah, I
graphic
can
here.
tell. I see the order we have.
All right, so that's our next. Or no, apparently on my screen I have it different. So I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go right to that match. Let me change the graphic there. All right, Jade Cargil versus Rhea Ripley. I'll tell you why I like this one. All right, you've got Jade Cargil is the powerhouse, right? And Jade can pull off those powerhouse moves. I think Jade is what I always thought Rhea was going to be, because Rhea used to be built, right? She used to be bigger than she is now. I think Rhea is the better performer. I think obviously Rhea is better. I just like these two. I like the intensity of these two. I like how the feud started online with them calling each other out, whether it was real or not. I didn't care. I was there for it. Has the feud been great? No. Chris says Jade has been poorly written, but Rhea deserves to get back the title she never lost. I do like Rhea Ripley. I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan. I do want to see Rhea Ripley win this matchup. She is my pick, by the way, to win this one. But I think that there's potential here. Again, you have 2 contrasting styles. Rhea doesn't wrestle the powerhouse as much as she tried to in the past. She's a much more complete performer. I think you can create a lot of sympathy for Rhea through Jade with the power moves and stuff. Is it going to be a barn burner and a classic? No. But I think they could tell a great story here. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what I want from a pro wrestling match. I want a good story. And I think that there is a possibility of that here. And I think Rhea overcoming Jade to win the title would be a great WrestleMania moment. That's my prediction. That's my thought, and I'm sticking to it. Paul Heyman reported online that Jade is a Paul Heyman girl, and he wants to manage Jade now. Does Paul come out with Jade? Okay. I'm a little over Paul Heyman too now. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, what is Paul Heyman? Paul Heyman was he was with the Vision. The Vision imploded. Is Paul gonna walk out with Jake Paul and IShow Speed and Austin Theory? It's an honest question. Is he gonna come out with it? Because last I checked, he was with them.
Yeah.
Right. We know he'll come out with Brock. Right? Is he gonna make it? I'm getting too much Paul. I don't want to see Paul Heyman managing a bunch of people. You know what happened the last time Paul Heyman managed multiple people? Nothing. That's what happened. Curtis Axel didn't get over because he was with Paul Heyman. It didn't happen. All right? Paul Heyman is great, but Paul Heyman is like ECW for me. It was great in small quantities. I don't need more Paul on my screen. And I like Paul Heyman, but I don't need more of him. Either keep him with Division or put Brock with Division. He needs to be with one or two people. That's it. I don't need Jade joining the Paul Heyman group. I don't need other people joining the Paul Heyman group. Again, that's just my that's my grinding my gears moment right there. I'm done with Paul. You know, the people keep throwing out all these people that Paul should be with. No. Paul should be monogamous. He should just be with one guy. All right, but let's get into this one. Ashton, I want to start with you. George, no interrupting.
It's fine. He can interrupt.
No, I know.
Back and forth.
So here we go. We got Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. Ashton, give me your thoughts on this one. Who do you want to win? Who do you think will win? What do you think of the build? Take it away.
I don't know if Jade has actually gotten better as a wrestler. I truly don't, and I hope that she did. She's pretty good at trash talk and hitting from behind. She's definitely has the power. So I think this is a closer match than most people would think.
Yeah.
And I think this whole time, since she's been pretty much dominating Rhea, I think I want Rhea to win,
right?
But I think Jade is going to retain the title.
All right, we got a vote for Cargill. What do you think? So, do you think this is going to be a competitive matchup though, or do you think this is going to continue the way it's been, kind of, and it's going to be a Jade route?
I think it's going to be competitive. I think it's going to be competitive because I don't believe that there's going to be any interference in this one.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, like, Jade has the Meacham and BFAB, and Rhea has Io Sky, but I don't think they're going to interfere in this match.
Interesting. I'd love to know what everyone else's take is, because I was thinking about that, because Io doesn't have anything to do at WrestleMania, which I was shocked at. I thought we were leading to Io and Asuka at WrestleMania, and that didn't happen. So with Io having nothing to do, I feel like this is a natural for Io to come in and make an interference on Rhea's behalf. But let's go with Benny. I want to hear your thoughts, Benny. What do you think about this one?
I've never been a fan of Jade Cargill. I think she's been force-fed to us. I think she's mostly smoke and mirrors. I mean, she looks great, but I don't think she can really work. You know, Rhea's the polar opposite. Rhea she can talk, she can work, she's got a great look. I really think that, and it was funny, I watched SmackDown highlights last night when they faced up. I didn't realize Jade Cargill was that big. She's a big girl.
Yep.
I mean, and I know she was wearing heels, but she really towered over Rhea, and I had never seen that before. I mean, usually it's the other way around with whoever Rhea is facing, but I still think Rhea's going to win. I think she's going to move over to SmackDown. And I think we were talking about the the women's tag team match earlier, and about Lash Legend going on her own. I think that might be a good opponent for Rhea if Rhea moves over. And I mean, Bianca's got to come back eventually, and I think that's where Jade's feud is going to be, is with a returning Bianca, but not for the championship.
Right.
See, I think I'm gonna pick Rhea to win.
All right. Benny has got Ripley from Alien. So in the live chat here, Bianca has not been cleared yet. I don't know when that's going to be. It's been a long time.
It's over a year.
Matthew Garcia, welcome to the show. WrestleMania is running wild. Yes, it is. And apparently Adam Kish is Paul Heyman. This is Adam Kish. My name is Paul Heyman. I don't know what Seth's doing.
I'm looking at the chat. I'm reading with you.
Chris Hall. You look like you were falling asleep. Chris Hall says,
I'm
agrees
tired
with
and
Benny.
I'm going to take a nap after this, but I'm not falling asleep.
Chris Hall agrees with Benny. So there you go, Benny. You got some support from the live chat. All right, well, let's get over to George. Let's see if George has anything to say on this one. What are your thoughts? Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley. Who do you want? Who's going? What do you got?
Well, I want Rhea to win, hands down. I still feel like I agree with Ashton and Benny here that Cargill can't work. She can't work yet. They have the two other girls with her now with Mission Miriam, whatever, and Beefat. Yeah, but I don't know. Like when I said earlier today that somebody else I would like to see come and help out here, because I feel like there's gonna be a numbers game. I was hoping this is where Paige would show up and do something here, but so that was my thing from earlier. I think it would be kind of cool if they don't put her in the AJ Becky wing. They could shove her in here if they want to, just to even out the numbers game. But because that would get a good pop.
New tag team. You'd have a new tag team.
What was that?
You'd have a new tag team, the Goth Girls.
Right. That's what I kind of was thinking. They have the similar things in common there, right? So, because EO has that thing going on with Asuka. Like, they were supposed to be on Mania. It got cut for whatever reason, but they still have that feud going. It'll probably be like a Raw type thing or a next pay-per-view type thing. Every time EO goes to help out Rhea, they keep Kyrie and Asuka keep interfering and costing it. So it ends up being a major numbers problem. So Rhea's gonna have to find outside help from other places. Now Bianca would be a great one to pull from, but again with that injury, and maybe she'll come back and do a one-off and deck someone with the other hand. I don't know, but still, like if she's not healed enough to work, then it was that. So the one I was thinking of that you could use is, well, Paige is now re-signed, so use that. It could be a one-off thing. It's just to even out some numbers. So, but either way, I feel like Rhea's gonna need some number game help here because she's outnumbered here.
Yeah.
But I want Rhea to win, so I'm gonna go with Rhea. But I hope, because Jade can't wrestle.
All right, so we got Rhea for George. All right. To answer a question in the chat before I got retracted, WrestleMania starts at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. So it will be daytime in Las Vegas when the show starts, and probably for a decent amount of it. So don't forget, guys, at 7 p.m. or whenever the show ends, no later than 7, but whenever the show ends, we will be live right here again on YouTube for our WrestleMania 42 Night 1 reaction show. So make sure you tune in immediately following WrestleMania, or like I said, no later than 7 p.m. For that show. I will have tonight, I will have a special guest on with me. Mr. Chris Hall is going to be joining me tonight. And then tomorrow I'll either have a special guest from within my home, or it's just going to be me, because I like doing night 2 solo for the most part. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So moving on, Seth,
Yeah.
I need your pick for Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill.
The mitochondria.
I don't know what that means. Just
Well,
give me your pick.
you said one of them was the powerhouse, so I said the powerhouse of the cells, so like mitochondria.
Oh, so you're getting all scientific on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cargill?
Yeah.
Okay. Seth going with Jade why?
Because she's the mitochondria.
Okay. So we've got 3 for Ripley, myself, Benny, and George. And we've got 3 for Cargill, Seth, Ashton, and Patzini. All picked.
Seth is agreeing with me again.
Seth is. That's a bad sign, Ashton.
No, it's not. It's a perfect sign.
All right.
I'm getting a 99% success rate on this.
All right. Hey, good for can you?
Yeah.
In 13 matches, you can get a 99% success rate?
Well, because like stuff could happen that like specifically like I get the right outcome, but like let's say there's an interference, like technically I got the right answer, but like wrong way. So,
right. And
like that's how you get the 99%.
Yeah, Grandmaster, I don't count the kickoff shows when I give the start times. It's like it's like the Super Bowl. Like when someone asks me when does the Super Bowl start, I'm like yesterday. You know, but the game starts.
If you count all the ads that have been going on over the past few weeks, it started.
I always go with the actual start time of the main show, right? But yes, the first hour is free on ESPN. So if you want to watch an hour's worth, you can do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, let's keep moving on here. We're going to change gears. The return, for the first time since WrestleMania 39, the return of the Demon Finn Balor as he goes up against Dominic Mysterio. So this is interesting to me. That's about the best I can say. I've been looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to the return of Finn Balor in the demon getup and so forth. But I don't know what to expect out of this one. Like, I would think these two could put on a good show. But I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. I have not made up my mind about this one, to be honest. Like, the easy thing to say is Finn Balor. Right? All the momentum is with Finn, I think, in terms of, you know, the direction he's going, bringing back the Demon gimmick. But the Demon also lost to Edge at WrestleMania 39, which I actually thought was a mistake. Of course, I've been saying this match was going to happen for a long time. But now that we're here, again, I'm just kind of lost. So I want to get everyone else's thoughts on this before I figure it out here. I'm leaning towards Finn, but let's see what you guys think. Benny, I want to start with you. What do you think about the build for this, the long-term storytelling we've got here, and what do you see from this match?
Yeah. You know, if it was just Finn Balor against Dom, I might have went the way of Dom. But, you know, to bring the Demon back, I'm sure they have plans with it. I'm going with Finn. Another guy, though, he's 44 years old. Dominic's 29. Although I don't think a loss would really hurt Dominic. And
no.
Somehow I think he comes to the aid of Liv in the future, and he becomes a babyface as well. I would like to see that.
All right. I think my apprehension about this is probably more to do with WWE's recent booking and storytelling than it does what I actually think is going to happen. So we'll see. All right, George, give me your thoughts here. What do you think? Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, this long-term build, the match itself, who do you think's coming out on top?
So I was really looking forward to this whole story and the payoff here. I feel like them coming out and just telling us it's the Demon was a letdown.
Right.
I feel like they dropped the storytelling. I feel like when they beat up when the Judgment Day beat up Finn a couple of weeks ago and he came back out and they did the doom 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 doom. That part was fine because it was hinting.
Right.
But then for them to like next week just come out and go, oh yeah, he's fighting the Demon Finn Balor, yada yada yada. No, you just keep leaving hints of Finn dropping breadcrumbs and dropping breadcrumbs, and then you get the payoff at Mania. That, oh my God, the Demon's back. You don't come out and say, oh yeah, this is what's happening. I feel like they completely dropped the ball with that.
Yep.
That said, I love Demon Finn Balor, and I think the Demon's going to give him the edge over beating Dominic. But I feel like the storytelling here dropped the ball by just coming out and saying, yeah, this is what's happening, instead of just keep dropping those hints like they were. Like his eyes slowly start changing. That first promo with it was perfect. They should have just kept hinting at it, and then not having like Demon like little things happening throughout the shows and hinting that he was coming. Without coming out and telling us he was coming. Right. I feel like they just gave away the prize before the show.
Yep. And I 100% agree with that. And there's a way to do it where it's like, okay, this is obviously the direction we're going to go, but you don't know 100% for sure until the moment happens. And I'll give you a great example, right? Survivor Series before WrestleMania 20, The Undertaker gets buried alive by Kane. And after that, we start getting all these hints that The Undertaker will be returning as the dead man. And everything pointed to that being the case. But you didn't fully believe it until it happened. Because Taker was all in on that biker character. And we all knew he was all in on that biker character. And he didn't want to go backwards. He wanted to keep going forwards. So until we heard that Paul Bearer, oh yeah, like we didn't know. And it made the moment so much better. And I 100% agree with you, George. I think had they just kind of teased it here and there, make you think this might happen. In fact, the best thing would have been take out Finn, keep him off television completely. Don't even let him be the guy hinting anything. Just take him off television and then do the little tricks in the arenas to make you think this could happen. And then Finn shows up, boom, there it is. And you could even do some cool little Hollywood special effect where Finn's shown walking backstage looking normal, and then he gets to the front, and that's when the transition happens, and now we go live, and there's the Demon there. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you could have done it that would have been better than how they did it. And and who are we? We're fantasy bookers here. So
yeah, right. But I completely agree with that. Like, even what they had done originally, they could have still kept it that way, and then just kept it have like whenever Dom's on TV, you have the heartbeat,
right?
And just keep messing with him like that, and just not have Finn anywhere, because Finn was only there the one time. They had that one promo where he did the one promo, and his eyes started going a little dark thing under the eye, and yada yada yada. And then they had the music doing the music in the background starting to go. So they could just left it at that, and then just kept hinting and kept hinting and kept hinting. But no, they just come out and go, oh yeah, he's gonna be the Demon.
And you know what they could have done if you want to have fun with it. So you have the heartbeat, right? You have the heartbeat going, and when someone, because there's always somebody in wrestling that's absolutely stupid, and they're like, "What's that?" Right? We all know what it is, but there's always somebody that goes like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And then you have some like this is where I miss Carlito. You could have had Carlito behind him going, "I think it's Taz," because remember Taz's theme started with the boom 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 boom. That would have been funny. Look at that. We're good. We should work for WWE. All right. Brian Great Scott says, I think a lot of issues with surprise entrances and in movies also is the social media just makes it so easy for people to spoil stuff, unlike 10 to 15 years ago when it wasn't a thing. And that's where I think WWE actually, and a lot of the wrestlers, I almost think are encouraged nowadays to blur those lines on social media. Like you saw Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargil going at it online. Was it real? Was it not? You don't know. The thing with Jey Uso we talked about that happened yesterday, was that scripted? Was that real? They're blurring the lines, and they're actually using social media and the internet to get everything to be blurry again so that you don't know what's real and what's not. I love that. See, back in the day, there was no social media or anything, so they had to do it different. It was all about just the presentation on television. And now it's, you'll have guys fighting at a wrestling convention. They'll be fighting out when the cameras are off and someone's recording it with a cell phone, and they'll release that and spread it out there. You know, they did that with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. I think WWE, more than anybody currently, is taking full advantage of that social media aspect and really doing a good job of blurring those lines. But it doesn't take away from the poor execution of getting us to Demon Finn Balor. If there's not a fantasy wrestling thing like there is for football, I think you just came up with an idea and should tell WWE and get royalties on it. I would think there would have to be. I don't know, like there. Yeah, I think fantasy football is the only thing that's still like a fantasy craze. Like I played fantasy baseball back in the day and stuff. I don't think anybody does anything outside of fantasy football though. I don't know, but I think wrestling would be a fun fantasy thing to do. It'd just be tough because it'd be hard to set your roster every week because you never know. All right, let's keep moving on here. We need Ashton. We need your thoughts on the Demon Finn Balor versus Dirty Dom.
I'm going to start off by saying I agree with George and saying, and yourself as well, revealing that he's fighting Demon Finn Balor was a huge mistake. The build up should have led it, and he should have came out to a surprise. The pop would have been enormous.
Yep.
I didn't like, but okay. So the last two times he was the Demon, he lost, didn't he?
Well, I know for sure the last time. I'm not sure about before that, but I know, yeah, when he faced Edge.
Like, didn't he fight Roman as the Demon?
He may have, yeah. I don't.
They had the top rope thing for the top rope, like they exploded on him and.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, good pull.
Yeah. So the last two times he used the Demon, he lost.
Yeah.
And Dominic, he doesn't need to win. I mean, he's gonna. People love him no matter what. You know, he's so scummy and he's the only superstar that can be so scummy and be like, I'm just gonna go do this and I'm not gonna fight or I'm the best. I'm like, no, you're not. But we love you anyway. So, he doesn't need to win. Finn, he does.
Yeah.
The Demon character needs to win as well. I'm going to say I want, and I believe Finn is going to win this one.
All right. So Ashton for Finn. Seth, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Finn.
So it's Finn across the board, even for Patzini. So Finn Balor across the board, getting the win here. In the live chat, Adrian Chapman, welcome to the show. Great to have you on here. He's from the UK, and he says it starts there 11 o'clock UK time. Jordan Kirby, welcome to the show. Thank you for being a part of the Positively Pat Sim show and jumping on the live chat. Says, oh boy, time for Crash Out Saturday. What does that mean? Am I showing my age? What does that mean? What does crash out mean?
Oh, just crashing out means pretty much mean like just going crazy.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Crash out is what people do when Owen annoys them.
Well, because I'm thinking crash out being like burnout, like it's not. It's a train wreck. It's not going to be good.
Crashing out is what people want Jey Uso to do. Crash out and just go nuts and just beat everybody.
Okay. All right. I'm on board with that. All right. Before we get to the main event, what's up?
I have one more thing I want to point out that I just popped into my head here. Don't forget, Dom is still cursed.
That's right. Yeah, we keep getting that in the live chat. People keep reminding us that Dominic Mysterio is still cursed by Danhausen. So, all right. So, a couple of questions here. So, I have two people that I want to talk about. We just mentioned one of them. And
Danny DeVito.
The question's going to be an if and then when question. We've already talked about Paige, and I think we've all we've already mentioned her. I think most of us think Paige is showing up in some way, shape, or form, either during the AJ match or as a fill-in and the tag team match. I like the AJ idea, but there's two guys we've talked about that we know are there. One of them is Danhausen. Will Danhausen appear? I'm going to make this very specific here, though. Will Danhausen appear in a capacity outside of a backstage appearance? So will he appear and be a part of maybe he's not going to be a wrestler in a match, but will he have an effect on one of the match outcomes in the ring? Right? Or is he just going to be in the backstage? So that's my question. So Danhausen, appearance in front of the live crowd, having an effect on the match. Yes or no? Seth, yes or no?
I don't even know who he is.
So it's a yes or no question, bro.
No.
All right, so no for Seth. George?
I think he's going to be in front of the live audience, but I don't think he's going to have an effect on a match as in him personally interfering in a particular match outside of the curses that are already existing.
Okay, so I'm just going to say for you, you're saying yes, but not get involved in a match.
Right, I don't think he's going to physically get involved in any of the matches there. I think he's going to be on the show because he has this thing going on with Miz and Kate right now. So it's.
Yeah. All right, so that's a yes. And again, this is outside of backstage segments. I almost guarantee he's going to be a part of the backstage segment. Ashton, how about you? What do you think? Danhausen making an appearance in front of the live crowd or no?
Yeah, he'll make an appearance in front of the live crowd. Now I have a clarifying question.
Yes.
ISO Speed is still cursed.
Yes.
So if he was to would him interfering in the match mean he took the curse off ISO Speed?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would say no.
You're hearing him?
Hearing who?
Ashton.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, he's not talking right now.
No. He was talking, and then it was just like, but I didn't hear anything.
Oh yeah, I heard him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Huh.
He's good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you now. I don't know. I think something because I heard something, but then all of a sudden, like you were mid sentence, and it just.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh.
But yeah, I think no. I don't think that if he interferes with ISO Speed's match, I don't think the curse is broken.
Okay.
But
yeah, Danhausen, and I think he will come out in front of the live crowd.
okay, so you say the same as George. He'll come out,
Yeah.
but he will not interfere.
Right.
Okay, Benny, how about you?
Same thing. I think he's going to interact with John Cena.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write that down. So, John Cena, but not a match. Okay, I kind of like that. So that takes me to the next person that I want to see. Is this person going to appear in any way, shape, or form during WrestleMania Night 1 or Night 2? And the person is The Rock. Benny, will The Rock make an appearance at WrestleMania 42?
Man, somebody said he's in Las Vegas.
Yes.
So he's got to be there for a reason. I'm going to say and this kind of leads to the last match, that he will be confronting Roman Reigns and setting up next year's WrestleMania.
So you think
at the very end, yes.
So you think yes. Okay. Benny, what do you think? What do you got? What are the odds The Rock shows up at WrestleMania 42? Did I say The Rock?
Benny again.
Did I? Oh, why do I keep I messed up. George.
I don't know.
I meant George. BG. Benny George. George, will The Rock show up at WrestleMania 42? God.
He's to answer Benny's question, he's there for like a movie premiere or movie thing set up or whatever, but I would like to see that. I don't know. The rumors that I'm hearing of everything going on with him, and there's some kind of like falling out with him and the wrestling thing. I don't know, but I'll go say yes. I'll say yes, but I'm not sure on that answer. But I'll say yes.
All right. Let's see. How about Ashton? What do you think?
Yes, he will make an appearance. If he comes out or does anything, it's pretty much to back Roman and to get in Punk's face and say, something on the lines of like, you didn't disrespecting our family, and this doesn't happen while I'm around. So,
all right,
yeah, Rock's coming out.
All right,
and like said, he has his movie premieres with us, so he doesn't have to do anything. He's just gonna come out there and talk trash.
Yeah.
All right, Seth, what do you think?
I think yeah.
Seth's going with yes. All right. Lastly, before we get to that main event,
we should use Patzini's method to see yes or no.
Yeah, just
what would he think?
Oh, Patzini's method. All
yeah.
right. So, yes is the Jack of Spades. No, 7 of Clubs. So that means yes. The Rock's showing up.
All right.
All right.
Perfect.
So to answer Adrian Chapman's question, so we already covered Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, and here's how it worked out for our group here. Rhea Ripley was chosen to win by myself, Benny, and George. Jade Cargill was chosen to retain the title by Seth, Ashton, and the Great Patzini. So poor Ashton having to agree with the Great Patzini and Seth.
That's dangerous territory.
All right, the last question that I have here that's a side one, which so far this isn't the only difference we've had is that Seth says no. But Benny did think that Danhausen would interact with John Cena. He got specific there. So that could be an additional point for Benny. But John Cena, as we know, is the host of WrestleMania 42 for reasons. So we know he's going to be there, obviously. But will John Cena get physical at WrestleMania 42? Are we going to see an attitude adjustment? Are we going to see a 5-knuckle shuffle? This sounds like it might be a no-brainer, but I'm not asking is he going to do a match, because I really hope that that's a no, because I hate when wrestlers come out of retirement and ruin those last match things. So the question is, will John Cena get physical at WrestleMania 42? Ashton, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, not. Wow,
absolutely not.
John Cena is just going to rap.
I can probably guarantee you Gunther's going to get in his face and egg him on and dare him to do something, but he's not going to.
All right. Well, Timmy360 says 100% not, but I'm not sure if he's talking about The Rock, Danhausen, or John Cena. I don't know.
All three.
All three. He's saying 100% no for all three. All right. 100% no from Ashton that John Cena will get physical. George, what do you think? Is John Cena going to get physical tonight?
No, I don't think John's going to get physical at all.
Wow.
For Ashton, another thing for The Rock could do is also he could be like that corporate figure thing that's, directing Pat McAfee and stuff like that. So he could also do that as well with the Final Boss. He could do both for all we know, but I'm just tossing that out there, something for you to think about. But as far as John Cena is concerned, no, I think he's just going to do the regular, hey, there's so many people are here, and hype everyone on and do a promo, and that'll be about it.
All right.
And probably maybe do something with Dan Housing. I actually agree with that. But yeah, because Dan Housing had mentioned him in one of the shows. I think it was either this week or last week. So we'll see.
Okay. So far, Grandmaster agrees with you guys. So far, no physical Cena. So let's go over to Benny. What do you think, Benny? John Cena getting physical, like Olivia Newton-John would say?
No physical. Nope. I agree with everybody else.
All right. Seth, what do you think?
No. We do not get physical.
All right. So my additional questions are pretty much meaningless at this point. All right. Because everyone pretty much agreed
Yeah.
on just about everything. All right. Well, we're getting to that final match. The main event of WrestleMania 42. We are...
42 is old.
I'm 45. 42 is not old.
I can't believe we're on the 42nd
And I think
anniversary
Punk
of WWE.
I think Punk's older than that.
I can't believe we're on the 42nd anniversary of WrestleMania.
It's the no. Don't. Your mother is like 10 feet away from you. Don't start the that whole thing.
I am
Dwayne.
42.
Nice. Dwayne The Rock Johnson confirmed he is departing Las Vegas on April 16th to attend his daughter's birthday, casting doubt on his involvement in WWE WrestleMania 42. Just reported. So like. This is, but again, I'll kind of state this. Anything that comes out news-wise about WWE, unless it's like a passing of a wrestler, I always take with a grain of salt. I've heard that guys have flown in, and, this guy's, he's there. He's going to, and he's not.
Yeah.
I've heard guys, they're supposed to fly out. Because the 16th, if he departed Las Vegas on the 16th, today's the 18th. That means he departed 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So which is it? Is he there or did he leave 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
So, and just because you really think The Rock can't fly home for his daughter's birthday and then fly back?
Yeah.
The Undertaker did a 24-hour turnaround because he forgot his gear. If I remember, he was in, I think it was for WrestleMania 35.
Mm-hmm.
He was there. Didn't bring his gear, went home, got it, came back and did Raw the next night. You can do it.
Yeah.
If you want to, guys will do it. But Taker's a different beast, though. Where does time go? I know, Adrian. Where does time go? It just flitters away off into. During presentation, the TKO board member emphasized the importance of strong female leads and shared his personal travel plans to return home for his youngest daughter's 8th birthday on April 17th. So her birthday's on April 17th. WrestleMania's 18 and 19th. Plenty of time to come back to Sin City. I don't think that
Jet,
nullifies.
right?
What's that?
I said he has a private jet. So
Yeah.
like you said, he can just
Right.
go do whatever. It's The Rock. If he wants to be back there, he can be back there.
Yeah. I don't think that nullifies his, and I don't think that nullifies him being on WrestleMania 42. All right, so guys, before we start on this one, I have to say this because I want to send a big thank you to everybody, both everyone listening on WANT as well as everyone watching here on YouTube. Not everyone is stuck around, obviously, but we did surpass 1,000 views for this WrestleMania preview show. In fact, we have now surpassed 1,200 total views for here. Now, like I said, not everyone stuck around, but I want to thank everybody who has. This has been a really fun show. I've really enjoyed it from top to bottom, and we're now getting to the WrestleMania main event. This is like how they do WrestleMania, where they announce the attendance. Hype everybody up. Hey, great job. Way to show up for the show. Thank you very much. Appreciate all of you.
Wow.
Did you get a ticket? I did not. I'm in Southern California. I am not paying for the cost it would cost me to go out there, let alone the ticket prices themselves. So
We're poor.
No, we went to WrestleMania 39. I checked off WrestleMania from my bucket list. If I go again, that'd be great, but it's no longer something that I have to do before I go. So anyway, here we go. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to write my thing down. Again, I said what I want to happen. I don't care about what will happen. It's what I want to happen. But I want to hear from you guys. Pat Zini predicted CM Punk, the power of the cards, spoke. And he said, Punk, what do you guys think? I want to hear from you guys. It seems like Roman's probably most.
I thought Pat Zini picked CM Punk.
What did I say?
You said Roman Reigns.
No. I said the chat. I said Punk. The chat seems to be leaning with Roman Reigns.
Oh.
Yeah, the chat is
My bad.
Adam Kish. Roman has to win. Grandmaster says they're redoing the bloodline after Mania. Chris Hall says Roman's taking it, so it looks like Roman is the favorite here. So let's see what our panel has to say. Ashton, I want to start with you this time. Talk to me about CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Number one, have you enjoyed the build to this? And number two,
No, go ahead. What's number two?
Oh, number two is, do you think this is going to be a main event worthy match? Number three, what is the ending going to be for you? What do you want? What do you think's actually going to happen? Take it away.
I have loved the build up to this match. I think CM Punk is one of the best on the mic. He is quick with the responses. He says what he wants, you know. Roman has gotten so good at being Roman. It's almost like he can do it's. He's gotten so good that I don't think that he can do he can't do wrong really. He may have a misstep here and there, but that's about it. But those two their back and forth has been great. The story that's been building between them two over the past couple of years been great. Man, I know the match is going to be good. I don't know who's going to come out on top on this one, because it really can go either way with them, and that's one of the things I like that about this match. I would love for both of them. Whoever wins, I'm going to be happy, because I this is a match that I wanted for a while.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think that, like you said, no matter who wins, I think storyline possibilities are really, really good. Right? Yeah. If Punk wins, that means we keep getting world champ Punk on the mic, which, again, I talked about blurring those lines. These guys have blurred those lines. With the things that Punk said about Sika, Roman doing his thing, like, because Roman's not on television every week, Roman has been doing stuff online and interviews, not breaking kayfabe, and I'm there for it. You know, Punk responding online to comments that Roman made, just really, really good stuff. Yeah, I thought this was much more than what a lot of the IWC was calling the, how dare you call me old match, right? It's much more than that. You know, if you pay attention for more than 30 seconds, it's more than that.
There was a point where TKO put out a statement responding to something that CM Punk said, and they said that what he said was not part of the show, wasn't scripted. He actually went off script and just said whatever he wanted. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if that's true, or if that's just them playing the role, you know?
Right. Yeah, just continuing the story.
The line blurs.
Yeah. And I love that. That is old school pro wrestling right there. And I'm 100% like, I like the idea that it is part of the story and it wasn't true. Hi, whoever's walking in the background. But yeah, no, absolutely. I'm all in for it. So, Ashton, what is your actual prediction for this matchup?
I'm going to say all roads points to the advantage is going to Roman. Mm-hmm. But I think Punk will squeak out the victory.
Ashton going with CM Punk. The cult of personality, the best in the world. All right, George, what do you got for me?
I really, really love the build to this whole match. I don't know if anyone caught the promo that Roman did the other day in the car.
Yeah.
We got it there where he was using profanity and whatnot, but like that was an epic promo. I don't know. I feel like this needs to go to Roman. I wouldn't be sad if Punk won by any means, right? But I really feel like honestly, I feel like Roman kind of needs this right now. He's talked all this game, and if he can't back it up, then what was the point, right? So, and keep in mind he did win the Royal Rumble, right? Like, so I don't know. I feel like Roman actually kind of needs it right now. He has kind of been floundering for a while now. I know saying Roman Reigns needs a belt is kind of like, oh my god, right, eye rolling, right? But it's been a while since he's been champion. It's been, and it kind of goes to that like corporate thing too. Like they could go turn him back heel if they want to and go down that avenue, or we could get like somebody was saying that the Bloodline could be returning after Mania. After Mania, we could be getting a babyface version of the Bloodline, with something we've never had before. Yeah. So that would be kind of cool. But honestly, I don't know. Punk's kind of like irritating me lately. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like we need to give Roman the belt here and go from there.
Yeah. So I thought Punk's promo, I think it was 2 weeks ago on Raw, was absolutely epic when he went off on Pat McAfee and all of that. Like he spared nobody in that promo, and I was that was just chef's kiss for me. All right, Benny.
Right. Okay.
Benny, go ahead. Let's give us your thoughts here on Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Who do you got?
Great build, and yeah, the promo that you referred to, I'm calling it Pipe Bomb 2.0. To me, that's one of the best promos like that I've ever heard in all my years of watching wrestling. Just epic, and like you said, he spared no one. I think he went off script. I do think he went off script. He pushed the envelope, blurred the lines, call it whatever you want, but it really added a lot to this feud. It's going to be a good match. And, last night I did watch the SmackDown highlights, and at the very end, Cody and Punk had this big love fest in the middle of the ring, both wearing suits. Well, Cody was wearing a bow tie.
Yeah.
I guess he borrowed it from Mr. Backlund. But it was a love fest. And to me, I think symbolically that was their farewell. I think they're both going to not have those titles anymore. And I think that's why they did that. So I'm picking Roman.
All right, you're going Roman. Now, if you guys caught the kickoff show yesterday on YouTube or Twitter or wherever else you watched it, Punk cut another great promo. But this time it wasn't just a going after everybody negatively kind of promo like he did before. This was a love letter to the fans promo, and it was great. Adam Kish says, I love Seth Sims.
Thank you.
You have a fan. Adam Kish.
I have like 3 fans.
Adam Kish, what do you love about Seth Sims? I'd like to know more.
The creepy facial hair.
But anyway, Punk's promo yesterday actually, like, it was weird because I feel the same, Benny. I almost felt like it was kind of like a thanks for the ride. I might take some time to step away after losing the title I'm about to lose on Sunday. But I also don't know if Roman's going to get that title, because I believe he's actually stepping away for a minute after WrestleMania. So I want Punk to win anyway. So I'm sticking with Punk as my pick to win this matchup. Seth?
Roman Reigns.
Why are you going with Roman Reigns?
Because Rome.
Because Rome wasn't built in a day. He is nice. Adam Kish says you're nice.
I am nice. I'm not mean.
No, he is not. Honestly, Adam.
That's only for specific people.
Honestly, Adam, Seth is one of the nicest people that you'll ever meet. He's one of the most giving and caring people on the planet. I'm not just saying that because he's my son. He legitimately is. He will give you the shirt off his back, and then you'll give it back to him to put it back on. But he will give you the shirt off of is back if you need it.
I'd prefer not to go around shirtless. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. This has been a special message from Seth Sims. All right. Grandmasters picks for night 1. Jacob, The Vision, Nia and Lash, Becky, Liv, and Orton. Night 2. No finish to the Brock match. He stole that from me. Ray, Sami Zayn, Rhea Ripley, Finn, and CM Punk. That is Grandmasters predictions for night 1 and night 2. Thank you so much for giving us those. That is everybody's predictions for the show. I love Pat too. Thank you so much. You got I'm feeling it right in my feel goods right now. Adam Kish, you are welcome on this show anytime. All right, guys, before we take off, I do have a couple pieces of business I need to tell you about, because one of our buddies of the program, the one and only Doc Haywood, is the voice and the diamond standard of PCW, and we are a huge supporter of PCW here on the Positively Pat Sim Show. And so, ladies and gentlemen, after his triumphant return at Last Man Standing, the Amazing J, Jesse Garcia, got screwed out of his Rumble victory when Zach Reeb entered at number 31 to steal Jesse's shot at main eventing Extreme Measures. But Doc Haywood is making it right, giving him the next big thing. A number, I'm guessing there should be a 1 in there, contenders match against the 6', 10-inch, 500-pound former champion, Bad News Blakesley. Plus, PCW's youngest competitor, Red Hot Ramon Corzine versus the bad boy, Boyce LeGrande. And find out what happens when Frosty, Andrew Poxon, and Johnny Fuego try to hijack the show. All of that today at noon Pacific on PCW Extreme. I believe that's today at noon. He didn't give me the time. Extreme Measures. We do not know what Doc's picks are. Doc's been very, very busy, guys. So I'll see if I can't get him to send me some picks later. But, yeah, Doc has been really busy with PCW and getting all that stuff up and running. We wish you'd have been on here. He did make an appearance last week where he did lose the Squared Circle game show once again to Ashton Harris. So congratulations again to Ashton. But also, guys, don't forget, right behind me here, you see that. And later tomorrow, we will know who the winner is, who will receive a signed copy of my book, Vengeance, which is available right now on Amazon. Head on over to Amazon right now. Pick up your version on Kindle, paperback, or hardcover. And, of course, go to any of your favorite streaming music services like Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, and the rest, and catch Catching Stars by myself, Positively Pat Sims, the very first original music album that is available right now. So make sure you check that out. All right, guys, I'm going to give my guests a chance to give you their final thoughts for today. First, let's take a look at Seth. Do you have anything you're actually going to say, or is that just the creepy face you're going to make?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. That's a good one. All right. Well, Benny, the Jet Scala, take it away. Give our viewers and our listeners your final thoughts.
You know, a lot of times these WrestleManias, you think that it's not going to be like the best WrestleMania, but WWE always has something, you know, to surprise us. So I think we're going to wind up being very pleasantly surprised by the end of tomorrow night.
Yeah, I agree. And where can people find you, my friend?
Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Benny the Jet on Want Radio. And then Monday night at 6 with True Crime with the Bad Girl will play at Dangerous Dave. And Wednesday at 7:30 with When It Was Real with Nikita Brezhnikov. Those are both on Want and the Playa Entertainment Network on YouTube.
All right. And Grandmaster, to answer your question, the person who gets the most predictions right on this panel gets a personalized autographed copy of Vengeance from me. I've purchased a bunch of copies, and I will be sending the winner or winners their copy after WrestleMania. Did I see Mall yet? No, I have not watched Mall yet. I've been very uber focused on WrestleMania and things we got coming up that I'll be telling you about in just a second. And yes, I have seen the full Mando trailer. So, which I'll tell you all about that in just a moment. But let's get to George, your final thoughts before we say goodbye.
My final thought is that it's Mania weekend, everyone, and it's for us wrestling fans, this is our Super Bowl. It's the best time of the year. No matter what happens, it's Mania, so go enjoy it, have a good time, and remember, if you're in my area, you want to take a DDPY class, hit me up.
That's right. That's right. All right, and then finally, my buddy Ashton Harris, the man from Remy Nice here on YouTube. Your final thoughts, your final plug for the day.
All right, everybody. So it is WrestleMania weekend. If you watch the entire show, you know there's a lot of good matches coming up. So I go ahead and check them out. Go ahead and watch the show. Cheer for who you want to cheer for. I know that's what I'm going to do. So I expect some surprises. I expect some upsets. So you should too. For me, if you would like to follow me on my YouTube channel, Remy Nice, that'll be great. I got some things that's in the pipeline that I'm working on, so hopefully I can get some of those videos up.
All right, perfect. Awesome. All right, guys, and for us here at the Positively Pat Sims Show and our Positively Pat Sims YouTube channel and on WANT, I got some exciting news for you guys. So, first of all, tonight and tomorrow night, immediately following WrestleMania, tune back in to hear my live reactions to both shows. We have a night 1 reaction show and a night 2 reaction show. So, tune in tonight for both of those. And I want to hear your thoughts on WrestleMania's night 1 and night 2 as well. So, join us for that. Use the YouTube live chat for that. That is exclusively here on YouTube. But then starting next week, here's our new schedule, both on WANT and on YouTube. Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. are now going to be movie night here at the movies. Begins this Tuesday, where we are going to be talking all about movies. Our favorite movies, our least favorite movies. We're going to be ranking characters. We're going to be ranking films. We're going to be grading films. I'm sure we're going to talk about Superman. I'm sure we're going to talk about The Mandalorian and Grogu and all that fun stuff. This is going to be a really fun show for everybody. Again, that's going to be on WANT and YouTube, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern live, and then anytime thereafter on YouTube on demand. On Friday nights is Warriors Unleashed at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is your home for health, fitness, mindset, inspiration, motivation, and all that information you need to live your best life. And, of course, the Positively Pat Sims Show, its regular schedule is every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific. That's 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. And our game night show is going to be moving to Wednesday nights. It's going to premiere on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, instead of being live. And we're going to pre-tape those, but we are going to be doing special live game nights on the weekends about once a month. So stay tuned for those. There's a lot of content coming your way from Positively Pat Sims, including my book and my album that are out now. I am trying to win over that title of hardest working man that doesn't get paid in show business. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate each and every one of you. It has been fantastic. A big thank you to Ashton Harris, Benny Scala, and George Fenmore, and my son Seth. So ladies and gentlemen, as we always say, take it easy. And on this fantastic WrestleMania weekend, if it's easy, take it twice. So long, everybody. We'll see you next time right here on the Positively Pat Sims Show.
laughter and the moments we spun. Every honest word is like a stone in a stream. It rippled, it lingered, it shaped our dream. And if you ever wonder where I'll be, look to the screen, I'll be there, you'll see. Goodbye to the faces that stayed in the glow. Goodbye to the voices I always know. This isn't an end, just a bend in the road. Goodbye for now, my friends, my show. The cameras rolled and the stories grew. Each review a mirror of me and you. Through coffee stains and late night calls, we built a world behind these walls. And if